हाँ सर, सर आपकी आ रही है आवाज?
हम्म,
आपका प्रेजेंटेशन भी दिख रहा है।
दिख रहा है ना? ठीक है।
हाँ।
Can
या
I start
प्लीज।
now?
इसको
यस यस, प्लीज
दबाने के लिए
प्लीज।
दबाने के लिए एक एक मिनट आपको बड़ा करना है ना? नहीं नहीं, बड़ा। हाँ, ये खाली दबाने का, बस आगे बढ़ता जाएगा। तो इधर जो है ना, ये ओपन कर
Good
ये
afternoon,
आ सकते हैं ना आगे बढ़ने के लिए? नहीं,
everyone.
ये जो है ना खाली
सिंह सर, हम आपका
आगे
ये कर रहे हैं इंट्रोडक्शन।
ठीक है, ठीक है।
मैनेजर सर,
हाँ
तो
ठीक।
आप म्यूट पे हो जाइए सर, 2 मिनट।
मुझ मुझ
Can I start, madam?
यस यस यस।
Good afternoon to
Yes,
everyone.
like 1 minute. सर का डिस्काउंट हो जाएगा उससे। मैम सर अंदर डिस्काउंट चल ओके ठीक है। ये स्टार्ट सर, रोल नंबर 29।
Yes, sir. Good afternoon to everyone. On the behalf of Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Vijay Polari, sir, Director UGC MMTTC, Professor Dhansri J. Mahajan, sir, Course Coordinator Dr. Madhuri Sawant, madam, Assistant Director Dr. Muhammad Abdul Rafe, sir, and all technical staff, UGC, MMTTC, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Shivaji Nagar, Maharashtra. Of online refresher course, Indian Knowledge System, skill based in curriculum development. And dear friends, now I give me immense pleasure in welcoming and introducing to Dr. Manager Raj Dev Singh, uh, Sir, former Director General, National Institute of Chemical, Lucknow. Singh sir is presently working as research associate in the Department of Tourism Administration, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, since last 2 years. Prior to this, he has worked as PJ NRLC Lucknow and Prof Conservation Indian Institute of Heritage New Delhi for about 6 years. He retired as Superintendent Archaeological Chemist, Archaeological Survey of India, Aurangabad in December 2015. He has also worked in other central government organizations like Naval Science and Technological Laboratories, Visakhapatnam Geological Survey of India, Bangalore, prior to his service in Archaeological Survey of India. He was associated with the conservation of Ajanta, Ellora, Goa churches, murals for around 16 years and visited number of countries. He has, to his credit, 143 published research papers, mostly in foreign journals, and 4 books published by international and national publishers are also to his credit. He is widely covered in electronic media like Discovery Channel, German and Japanese TV for his conservation work of Ajanta murals. So, it very gracious, amiable, and glad. Welcome, sir. Please, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir.
सिंह सर, प्लीज यू कैन शेयर योर पीपीटी।
Good afternoon, and I welcome all the participants. This lecture was possible through Professor Madhuri Sawant. He is kind enough to invite me for this lecture. This is and I will proceed from the lecture. I think I also delivered lecture yesterday evening, and as a background, I have to show some photographs of the Ajanta caves, where the organic additives have been used in the ancient mud plasters. So ancient mud plasters are not simply a plaster that keeping the collecting the soil and making a paste, and it was applied on the walls of Ajanta, Ellora, and all the Buddhist caves to execute the paintings. But they were systematically made to a plaster which can survive for 2,000, 3,000 years. So that was this design, its composition was changed. It was made like this, and what was used? It was used by using the, it was used by collecting by adding the local materials, and these are very carbon negative, and this is a green construction that is very much required in the present scenario when the atmospheric pressure, atmospheric pollution is so much, and we don't have the things getting deteriorated very so fast. So how this material has survived for 2,000 years? Why not to follow those techniques and traditions? Now it is more desired now to have those materials, because suppose if we are constructing a house and it survived for, now the cement house survived for 50, 60 years, but it survived for thousands of years. Why not to follow those traditions? And that is not harming our environment also. So now in all over the world, what people are trying is they are going for a material which can survive the harsh environmental conditions, and our things can survive for a very long time. So in one step, in another step, that the green constructions, carbon negative constructions, which is having least impact on our environment, why not to follow the ancient traditions? But ancient traditions only when we can follow when we know that what they have used, how they have worked, what are the things they have used. So I am trying in that directions, that people should know that our ancient past and how the people have what made this plaster to survive for such a long time. So our aim is that, and what will happen, because this has got some very technical points, that these things, when they are added in the ancient plasters, it increases its life, it increases its cohesiveness, it increases its binding strength, and it is still surviving. Since 2,000 years, it's still surviving in the caves. So why not to add these materials to our present constructions? So my aim is like this, to draw a material which can survive for a very long time, and we are learning from our ancient traditions, and many of you may not be knowing what were those ancient traditions, how this survived. So we will go through that. You know. So for our work, we have taken that 4 or 5 important caves of Maharashtra, Buddhist caves of Maharashtra, in which we have tried to find out the organic additives mixed in the ancient plaster. And our the caves what we have taken is the Pithalkhora caves, Ellora caves, Aurangabad caves, Karla caves, and Vaja caves. They are the very ancient caves, 2nd century BC to 6th, 7th century AD. It's such a big that from 2,200 years old to almost 1,500 years old. Such a big, and still that mud plaster is surviving, earthen plaster is surviving in this case. So how they shaped the earthen plasters, that is our aim. So we will discuss about these caves and then how the plasters were made. I think yesterday I've seen that the general view of Ajanta caves in the rainy season. And this is the cave number 2. Also, yesterday saw that how it looks, the painting, the cave number 2 with the paintings. This is cave 26. Some of the beautiful paintings I have shown in yesterday, that these are the marvels of India's paintings. This is this is one of our thing. Of course, Ajanta I have not included in the mud plaster, earthen plaster techniques, but I have included that Ellora caves, and this is the beautiful Ellora caves, for which the organic additives used in Ellora caves has been searched it out, researched, investigated. So this is the Ellora caves. This is the sea that dancing Shiva in the Kailash temple. Beautiful painting. This is again our Aurangabad caves. So Aurangabad caves also have some good amount of earthen plasters on which the painting has been executed. So some how the earthen plaster of Aurangabad caves was made. This is also one part of our study. This is the Karla caves near Pune. This is also very ancient cave from 2nd century BC to 4th, 5th century AD. And it's this is a Pithalkhora caves, 50-60 kilometers away from the Ellora caves. And this is the Bhaja caves near Pune. So these are the caves which we have taken for our study, for the ancient mud plaster, and what are the organic additives that has been used. These are the things that how many people are entering, and that temperature, humidity problems in the caves. And this is not only for Ajanta, this applies for Ellora dries at least twice that number of visitors than the Ajanta. So you can just imagine that how much rush is there inside the caves, and what is happening when people are breathing very fast with the humidity, temperature, and dust, dirt, and everything. Microclimatic condition in the caves are very different to that of the outside environment, and that is impacting our paintings, our heritage structures. So that has to be seen in terms of the composition of the earthen plasters. So many people that not more than 40 people, but here the 100 people are there in the caves. Outside it is written that not more than 40 people can enter, but here the 100 of people are entering inside the cave. The caves are that see that humidity is going up to 70-80% and coming down to 30-40% in the summer season. But the caves are thermally stable. The temperature always remains between the 26 to 30 degree, 31 degree. It does not influence that outside temperature, humidity, and this thing does not influence the inside temperature of the caves. The caves are static. There is no change in temperature inside the caves. And then how the visitors are coming and CO2 is shooting up. The number of visitors, the CO2 percentage, and CO2 is very dangerous for the caves, because the CO2, we have the white pigment, the kaolin white. Kaolin white reacts with the CO2 converted to calcium bicarbonate. Once kaolin white is converted to calcium bicarbonate, that it loses by grain, and that is what fall in the ceiling painting of cave number 2, 3, cave number 1, 2, 16, 17 are seen, where the kaolin white has very much used. Kaolin white being the clay, it absorbs moisture very well, and then dissolves also in the summer season, the making it contraction and expansion, and then the losing the pigment grain by grain, it is falling and converting to calcium bicarbonate. It is then losing that strength and falling grain by grain. So that is why restriction on the number of visitors is very much essential. You can see under cave, that cave number 16, how the CO2 is shooting when the on the nature downside, the blue color it is showing on the Monday, the value when the caves are closed. So on the Monday, when caves are closed, that you can see the CO2 concentration, but when it is coming to, when the tourists are coming, it is shooting up like anything. Then dustiness, what I did is how much dust is there inside the caves. So once I collected, I just measured the dust, how much dust is there, but it is deeper, because you see the 21 cave, most probably 21, the cave was closed. It is the Monday, maybe Monday 2005, when the caves are closed, you see the very less dust. But when the many people have started coming and see the dust has increased so much. This dust after some time when the humidity is more, it adhere to the surface of the paintings. And once much more adhesion, they form a calcareous accretions, and it is very difficult to remove, and they stop breathing of the painting, that air cannot move, that it cannot breathe the painting. So much of dust is daily. You can see this is the daily things. It is not a 1 day or 2 days phenomenon. This is daily happening. So much of dust is going through the visitors or through the environment inside the cave, which has a very delicate mural paintings. So you can just imagine that how much dust has been is going inside the cave, and how much dustiness is there, and this dust get absorbed to the surface of the murals, to the mural painting, and then when the moisture is there, they just deposit, and very hard accretions, which is very difficult to remove. So that is why that we have to take care that dust does not enter inside the caves, and that most of the dust it comes through the tourist. Most of the dust they come into tourists because of their feet or because of their clothes, like this. That these are and because it has got a very poor ventilation. Caves have got very poor ventilation. There is hardly 1 or 2 windows, which are mostly plain, but only one door is there. So in the poorly ventilated caves, this much of dust, there is no way the dust can go out. So this creates a very big conservation issue to the painted caves. Now you can see that what the Archaeological Survey of India is doing, that they are fumigating the cave to eradicate this silverfishes. The small insect you are seeing, that is the silverfishes. And the Archaeological Survey of India, this is they are fumigating the caves. I think every year they are fumigating the caves with the ethoxide gas, ethylene oxide gas. It is the 90% carbon dioxide and 10% ethylene oxide. But what will happen? The people who are fumigating the caves, they are only telling the positive impact of the these fumigants, because this is actually meant for the silverfishes which have migrated into the mud plaster. Because the silverfishes which are outside the caves, which are on the boundaries or which are on the facade side or in the veranda of the cave, that every fortnight, every 15 days, we spray pyrethrum in kerosene. The pyrethrum is sprayed on unpainted portion of the caves to kill this silverfishes, to kill any insect which is entering into the Ajanta caves. But those silverfishes which have migrated inside the mud plaster, and what is, they have got nocturnal properties. They have got the property that in the day they are inside the mud plaster, eating that organic additives which has been mixed in the mud plaster, and in the night they come out by making some hole into the plasters. Again, when the morning will be there, again they will make some holes in the soft mud plaster and enter inside the mud plaster, and they will be eating there, and they will be staying there for full day. Again in the evening, as soon as night is there, again they will make another hole and then come out. So making hole, again coming out, making hole, it is making the plasters very weak. The earthen plaster very weak, and then when they make it weak, the earthen plaster falls. And it is reported that at least 25% of the Ajanta painting have been lost because of the silverfishes. Somebody has reported, somebody has published a paper, 25% of the Ajanta painting have been lost because of these silverfishes, because of their making the holes, coming out, next day making the holes. Every day they make a hole and they come out, and they have loosened the earthen plasters. And after some time, when they become sufficiently that loose, that earthen plaster falls. So for that, what you have to do is, we have to eradicate these silverfishes from the earthen plaster, which the silverfishes which have already entered and they are thriving on the organic additives inside the earthen plaster. So what do? They close the caves like that. You see that close the caves with the plywood. POP, they put it POP, so no gases comes out, because it is very flammable chemicals. It is ethylene oxide, the ethoxide gas is very flammable, and then 36 hours exposure they are giving. So all since this ethylene oxide and carbon dioxide, the silverfishes which are inside, they cannot breathe because they are not getting any oxygen. They come out in search of oxygen and they get killed. So like this, it is happening, that fumigation we are doing at Ajanta cave. But When I was in charge at Ajanta Caves, I stopped fumigation. And the reason being that the people who are fumigating the private companies, they are doing for their own profit. And actually, the fumigant ethylene oxide is directly a danger to our ozone layer. You know that atmosphere we have a ozone layer, and ozone layer does not allow that UV radiation to pass through ozone layer. That does not come at the to the earth. It works as a filter for the UV ultraviolet radiations. So ozone layer, ozone layer is a very protective layer for our environment. At least because of the ozone layer, that we are getting very less ultraviolet radiation to on the surface, on the ground. Agar the ozone layer is not there, then we would have got much of the ultraviolet radiations, and would have done a lot of damage to our the persons and the vegetations and all those things. So this ethylene oxide gas is such a dangerous that it directly reacts with the ozone. It directly reacts with the ozone, and ozone layer, if it reacts with the ozone layer, it makes it thin. And when the thin is there, a lot of UV radiation can come to our earth. So that is why I am against fumigation. I am against fumigation or any fumigation at Ajanta Caves, because it is directly altering our the protective layer of ozone. So what to do? Then I thought of why not to do something else other than this, that the caves do not need fumigation. So what I did at Ajanta, that for 1 year, 1 or 2 years, I did fumigation at Ajanta. But for the next 4 or 5 years, I was working at Ajanta since from 1997 to 2008. 2008, I was transferred to some other places. So I did fumigation for 2-3 years. Then I stopped fumigation at Ajanta because of this ozone layer problem, because ethylene oxide, and I didn't talk. Then what I did, but silver fishes were not coming. I ensured that no silver fishes coming, because what I learned from my stay, from my service at Ajanta, the main source for the silver fishes are Waghura River, which is in front of the caves. Most of the silver fishes, they are migrating from the bank of the Waghura River to the caves. So what I did, that chemical, the pyrethrum, which I was spraying inside the caves, I stopped spraying inside the caves. I started spraying on the channel from the on the pathway from the river to the caves. On that part, I sprayed maximum of the pyrethrum. So what happened, when the very migrating silver fishes from the Waghura River, they used to get killed, and no silver fishes they used to come to the caves. So what I did, after doing so for 1-2 years, that only spraying the chemical pyrethrum on the footpath where the people are moving on the in front of the cave. And then for 1-2 years, I sprayed on that. And then once I fumigated the caves, then I didn't get any silver fishes. So why not to kill at the very point from where this silver fishes, they are coming to the cell. So what I did is that the moment I started spraying on the pathway in front of the Ajanta cave, so I didn't get any silver fishes inside the plasters, and that was a very successful operation. So from that onwards, I stopped fumigating the caves because of the ozone layer problem. But again, probably they have started because they are not spraying again on the pathways. Now I told you that how that mud earthen plaster have been made. You can see that one black layer and gray layer. These are two earthen layers, and then we have the white lime wash, and then pigment layer. These are the 4 layers are there. 2 earthen plaster layer, The inner earthen plaster layer is only it was working as a base to level the surface. Level, because when cutting the stone, that sometimes it gets more, sometimes it gets less. So the first earthen plaster layer is to level the surface. This is what is seeing black in the diagram. Then we have the gray color earthen plaster, which has been applied to receive the color. On top of the gray colored earthen plaster, they have applied some lime wash layer. You can see that white things. And then on top of that, this is the pigment layer. So these are the things that what they have used, how the painting has been done at Ajanta or Ellora. You can see this is the topography, that support layer is stone black. Then we have mud plaster layer, first mud plaster layer, second ground, first and two layers of mud plaster, then ground lime, and then paint layer. And when you look at these beautiful things, this is the mud plaster from Ellora caves. You can see that this is supporting mud plaster, one inner mud plaster. On top of that, a thick lime plaster has been used. A thick lime plaster, and on top of that, again the mud plaster has been used, and that on that outer mud plaster, the pigment has been applied, the painting has been executed. So this is very special. This type of plastering you will not see anywhere in the world except Ellora. So where the lime layer is being sandwiched between the two mud plaster layer. That is only seen at the caves of Ellora. All over the world, I have not seen such a painting technique. So our people, I don't know for what reason they are using this type of technique also. They have used this technique also for the earthen plaster at Ellora, where the lime layer is sandwiched between the two earthen plaster layer. As I told you that number of people, that number of artists, they came over to Ajanta. They made copies of the paintings because it was very dark. There was no light. They applied the varnishes. Then the 16 different kind of people at my right side that they applied varnishes, and nothing is seen because it is full of varnishes, dust and dirt, soot for the oil lamps what they are burning. So for the end, they took the copies to their country. That all is spoiled because everything, whatever the Ajanta has got, this thing that anything who tries to harm the Ajanta case, they don't live a comfortable life. So everything they take it, and everything 2 times it burnt in some museum fire at England when the Ajanta painting were displayed. And this is on my left side. This is the shellac varnishes which has been applied by the Italian conservator. They were Italian conservators were called by the Nizam of Hyderabad, and they filled all the gaps. You can see that where the losses in the painting, the gray color, that is filled by the Italian conservator with the Portland line. And then on top of that, they applied the shellac varnishes. This is the shellac varnish. They didn't remove the color. Without removing the color, they mixed the shellac varnishes in the alcohol and applied in the painting. And in the Indian tropical climate, it changed to orange, lowish orange color, so that you cannot see the paintings because of this. That was very bad. And not only that it changed the color of the painting, but it also stopped breathability of the painting, because the pores which were there in the painting, because of the application of the shellac varnishes, the pores itself they closed. So they could not see that the breathing is not there for the paintings, and they keep creating lot of problem, conservation issue. And the conservators' work is there to slowly and remove these varnish layers, which has been applied by the Italian conservators. So you see how fresh it looks when the no varnishes has been applied in the stick in cave number 2, and by the side that shellac varnish has been applied. You can see here the cave number 2 where we have removed the shellac varnishes and left a patch just to compare. And then this is again that very difficult, that application of 15-16 times of application of varnishes, and nothing is seen, that we have cleaned it. So you can see that the cleaning of the painting. This is the removal of soot from cave number 17. The smoke they used to burn incense sticks and oil lamps. Then smoke used to deposit on the painting that we have removed. This is the saline technique we use for, and all the sculptures of Ajanta has been consolidated by this technique. So you can see here that the lines, this is cave number 10, how it was when the cave was discovered in 1819. It was the cave number 10, all the everything filled with 5-6 feet mud. Now it looks like this. And this is the painting, how they used to do the paintings, and then they could not fill the color. So clear in that how the execution technique of painting is there at Ajanta and other caves. Now we come to the organic additives. This is what the photographs you are seeing. So this is a thing which in our brain we have washed in such a way that if somebody takes it, somebody consume it, we see that in a very bad spirit, very bad conditions, that this is not a good thing, not a good man. But this is one of the secret plants in India. And it is the 5 secret plants are there in India. In that one, this is one of that, the bhang, cannabis sativa, or ganja, or hemp, whatever you call, marijuana you call, ganja, bhang, whatever name you can say. But this is the very much it is liked by the Shiva, and this is one of the India's secret plant. And not only this, we the Indian is the first in the world to use this plant in construction 1,500 years back. 1,500 years back, our people were knowing the importance of using, adding cannabis sativa or bhang into the earthen plaster of Ellora. And the reason why I found out this, the reason why I worked for this, because I have worked for a very long time for the Ajanta caves for 11 years. I was also associated with Ellora caves for 5 years. So what my main aim is that in Ajanta, we are getting so many of silver fishes at Ajanta cave, very active. When I investigated the earthen plaster of Ajanta and Ellora, I found that Ellora plaster is still weaker to Ajanta. Ajanta plaster has been naturally it has been made a very good earthen plaster, and that is why it is surviving very well. But Ajanta plaster, the main cause of loss of Ajanta plaster is the silver fishes, which has made this 25%. We have lost Ajanta paintings because of the silver fishes. But I am not getting any silver fishes at Ellora. We also fumigated at Ellora with some nominal silver fishes, 1 to 4 or 5 silver fishes. That absolutely there is no insect activity at Ellora. Though the Ellora mud plaster, earthen plaster is weaker to Ajanta. Ellora mud plaster is weaker to Ajanta, but we are not getting any silver fishes. And that thing has struck to my mind. What is the reason behind this? Why we are not getting any silver fishes at Ellora? And the reason, when I searched it out for many years, I got the reason, and the reason is in form of cannabis sativa, hemp. It means now the hemp is not seen around Ellora. No hemp plant I have seen around the Ellora. I got 1 or 2 plants in 60 kilometers away from Sambhajinagar, that is the Jalna. 1-2 plants I got that cannabis sativa, not like North India, where on the roadside in this part of Maharashtra we get in the rainy season we get Congress grass, what we call Congress grass. It is growing both the side of the road, and which has come probably from the America with the heat. But in North India, if you go, you'll see that all around in the rainy season now, all around the cannabis they grow on the roadside. Thick cannabis growth is there on the roadside. So this is the very unique. Means so much of cannabis they have used, and then it means that cannabis was growing very much at Ajanta, at Ellora 1,500 years back. But we have now changed our climatic condition. We have so much of jungle we have cut. We have modified everything now. And not only this, it is cannabis. It is also a very good rice grown area. Whole of this belt, Ellora, Pithalthora, and this belt, it was growing a lot of rice also. But now rice is not grown because there is no water source now in this belt. But how I got it that they were growing rice? Because the rice had been added into the earthen plaster. So like this cannabis also, because it generally grows where the more water is there. It means 1,500 years back, cannabis was very much growing. And the people at Ellora, at that time, 1,500 years back, they were knowing what is the beneficial impact of this cannabis. And that is why they have added. And that is the one of the reasons that we don't get any silver fishes at Ellora and a lot of silver fishes at Ajanta, because it works very much as an insecticide. And many people of our country, they don't know that cannabis is when cannabis is there, insect cannot come. And that there are not only the insect activity, insect is not only repel the insect, but this is the carbon negative. This is this will insulation to the noise insulator also, that noise cannot penetrate to the caves when the cannabis is there in the earthen plaster. This makes the caves fireproof. Fire cannot burn your houses if you apply cannabis in your 10% of cannabis you mix in cement plaster or lime plaster. If you are cementing your house with the cement plaster, and if you use 10% of cannabis, any part of the cannabis, root, stem, leaf, flower, whatever is there, any part of it, if you cut in small pieces and mix in the cement plaster and apply it in your house, no insect activity or no termites will come forever. Then it will be fireproof, it will be soundproof, and it is because in North India a lot of cold is there. Hardly you open your window in the winter season. A lot of carbon dioxide is there in your house. This cannabis has got the property that its own weight, it absorbs 2.5 times more carbon dioxide. It will absorb, and when the climate is hot, it will renew also. So this is a carbon negative. Lot of carbon dioxide it will absorb from your house, and when in the summer season it will renew itself. No need to do anything. Those properties you can see that 1,500 years back, our ancestors were knowing, and our ancestor is the first in the world to know about this cannabis, this property. But unfortunately, many of us, new generations, they take it. If someone takes and I have read some around 500-600 papers, and nowhere it is written that somebody is eating cannabis like that cigarette, because cigarette lobby is such a high that if you smoke, it is taken as a status symbol, and if somebody takes the ganja or bhang or jo bhi in America, they have the cannabis club where the people with the AIDS and all those things, they are giving us cancer, they are giving free of cost this ganja bhang so that people can eat more food, they can eat, they can survive for a long. So there is not a single paper says that by eating or consuming cannabis somebody has got illness, unlike that cigarette. But cigarette is because cigarette lobby is such a lavish that the cannabis is taken as a very third degree or those things. But you can just imagine that it's profit to our system, to our economic system, to our environmental system. So do you think that our ancestors were foolish to use it 1,500 years back in the caves of Ellora? And not only Ellora, I also found in the earthen plaster of lime plaster also the cannabis has been used, and the lime plaster of Daulatabad caves also cannabis has been used. They were using cannabis, and now then a sudden gap come, and now that then the cigarette lobby came, and cannabis was taken as a very third degree. So that is and I published a paper, 4 papers I published on that, and that people were surprised that how Indians use the 1,500 years big cannabis in the construction, and we were that we should be proud that we are the first in the world to use cannabis in construction, and this is the example for you. And then this is the how I tested cannabis. In the middle, you can see here that ancient fruits, leaves, stem, and I matched it with the new one. I got it from Delhi and some Jalna, and this is in the middle. We see that from the ancient side that all fruits, leaves, everything is matching. So we matched it with the scanning electron microscope, and then only confirmed that this is the plant is a cannabis. So they have used not only that whole plant, they have used whole plant. The roots are also there, the stem is there, the leaves are there, the flower is there, the fruit is there. Every part of the cannabis they have mixed into the earthen plaster of Ellora. So every part of cannabis is very valuable, and this protects our earthen plasters. And this is the cannabis, the secret plant. And what is the beauty of this plant? This is the cannabis. You can see the cannabis plant. This is the very rapid growth. It does not require any manure to put that. कुछ खाद की जरूरत नहीं है. Very strongest of the fiber. Cannabis के hemp के कपड़े बहुत महंगे मिलते हैं. Hemp cloths are very costly, and it is very comfortable to wear hemp cloths. Especially in the summer, if you wear hemp cloth, it gives lot of comfort to you. Pest, insect cannot come to the cannabis fiber, cannabis plant, तो pest resistant. No damage by animal. Animal खाता ही नहीं है. तो आपको फिर रखवाली करने की जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि एनिमल तो खाएगा ही नहीं इसको. तो नो डैमेज बाय एनिमल, नो फॉरेस्ट ग्रोथ, नो सब. दूसरा प्लांट आप ग्रो करेंगे तो फर्टिलाइजर, इसके लिए कोई फर्टिलाइजर भी नहीं चाहिए, ऑटोमेटिकली ग्रो होता रहा. इट हैज अ मैक्सिमम बायोमास, एंड बायोमास जब जाएगा खेती के अंदर तो इट विल इंक्रीज फर्टिलिटी ऑफ द सॉइल. कैश क्रॉप, ये कैश क्रॉप है. यू कैन सो मेनी पर्पज यू कैन यूज कैनबिस. enhances fertility, prevents soil erosion. It does not allow the soil to erode. So many benefits of, not only it is a sacred plant in the Hindu religion, but this have the number of advantages. If you use cannabis in the construction or for a purpose, construction purpose or other purpose, that it works as a very good manure also for your agricultural field. Unfortunately, we are except in Uttarakhand, use or transportation of cannabis in all other states of India is banned. Is not allowed. It is banned. But slowly, a movement, some organization we have created where we are claiming that this is the benefits of the cannabis, and there is no, at least cigarette has a ill effect, but this does not have any ill effect on the health also. So let us open the cannabis for its various purposes, so that we can grow more, that we need not use any fertilizer to our, if we will use cannabis and we use that plant as a fertilizer. No insect activity it will come in our fertile land. So those things we should make the person to know all the things, and which I am not bringing things from outside. I am bringing the things what our ancestors were very much knowing. Now you see that naturally I am advisor to some group in working in Uttarakhand in the field of cannabis. So I am making cannabis breaks. I am making cannabis growing cannabis oil and all those things. You see here that Bangala cloth made from bhang is a traditional fabric of Himalayas. Himalayas, if you go that Uttarakhand, Himachal and Uttarakhand, people used to wear the cloth which is made from the cannabis, And in the winter season, it was very comfortable to them. In the summer, also very comfortable. So people used to wear the clothes which is fabric made from the cannabis. Now we are very difficult, now very expensive that to get a cloth from the bhang, from the cannabis. So they see making that. This is called in Himachal. It is called Wangela cloths. And then in Uttarakhand, some temples also we have made new temples, use of lime plaster mixed with the bhang. You see that hemp plaster and some traditional lime and our earthen plaster, and we are mixing and creating so many. We have made one to structure also, which is very comfortable in winter season because it does not. It works as an insulation. It does not allow the cold to come into the house. Your house will be hot even in the winter, extreme winter season also it will be hot. And then this is my friend factory that he is taking out fiber is separated from by water rating or by decorator machine. He has got a machine from where that he is able to remove the fibers from the cannabis because Uttarakhand they get a lot of cannabis growing on the jungle on the roadside. And these fibers, what he has done, he is supplying to some fabric unit in somewhere Agra or Jhansi, and they are making cannabis clothes. Cannabis, they are using hemp fiber ka cloth banate, and they are selling at very high prices. This is the fibers further process with the weave fabric and composites. This fibers is being used. So you can see that the importance of how much importance of cannabis is there in our life. But we have forgotten all those things. We see here that in my house, that cannabis oil is there. That lady, hemp is a traditional food. I have eaten chutney of cannabis. Very good, tasty. Udi core with fibers and hydrated lime. This is we have made cannabis brick. You can see here the cannabis hemp biodegradable lime concrete. This is the brick. This is the Ado. Ado means sun-dried brick. We have only sun-dried it, and we have constructed two structure one in Punjab and one or two in Uttarakhand on the Himalaya, inside Himalaya, with using this brick. And the house is such a warm in the winter that the people are enjoying that they stay inside the house with these bricks. This is the Ado bricks, sun-dried bricks. And then we have bhang, you know that Thandai, that is very famous in Uttarakhand. Hemp milk is there. You can get the milk also, and you can get the hemp ki chutney bana. I have eaten also chutney hemp ka oil is there in my house. So all those things we can make the hemp from hemp, all these things. So this is so much useful a plant. And you see that one is the usefulness 1,500 years back. Our people were known from Ellora. Then now biodiesel. This is a biodiesel from the hemp. You can produce biodiesel. So many houses, hemp building across the globe. Many nowadays in the European countries there is a tradition to make hemp houses because they are very cold climate, and this is keeps very warm to them in the winter season. So they are making that hemp houses. This is the car body. You can see the car body down. The body is made of hemp fiber. The car body is made up of hemp fiber. So now the hemp is not only being used for this purpose, it is also being used for the making car bodies. And Baba Ramdev, Divya Aushadhi hai bhang. So those things are there. So you can use you can see that how much useful is there. The biodiesel is putting in the car from the hemp. So much things are there. Now what we do is that at Ajanta Caves, we have started mixing bhang also in the consolidation. In this one, the bhang also we have mixed, and so that further insect activity, whatever the painting is falling, whatever the plaster is falling, we are making similar plaster, but also adding some, we get some bhang from Uttarakhand and mixing in that one in our mud plaster, so that insect activity will not be there. Further insect activity will not be there at Rajanta. So that how we are making that earthen plasters. In that one we are using, along with these organic additives, we are also using some bhang and mixing this one, preparing the mud plasters, and this is using for the filling of the gaps inside where the painting gap is formed. So this is the ancient plaster we are using bhang and other things. And then I have taken the that organic additives. Now this is what I told you with Elora. But now I am also going to talk to you about the Karla caves, where the Karla cave number 1, I think this is not cave number 1, which is some wrong has done. So I have collected that samples of earthen plaster from Karla caves. This is from the Pithalkhura caves also. I have collected some samples to analyze the organic additives. And this is the Vishnu Dharmottara Purana. Vishnu Dharmottara Purana was written at around 6th century AD. And this was written after Ajanta caves. Whatever is written in the Vishnu Dharmottara Purana, it was after Ajanta caves, and most of the things which was used as organic additives in Ajanta caves was written in the Vishnu Dharmottara Purana. So in this one, either the plants which they say that it is used in the earthen plaster or lime plaster as per ancient traditions. These are the plants I have seen, that beeswax, molasses, safflower oil, sarja, tela, madhuka, kundru, hemp fiber, bilva, and all these things. These are the number of plants which are our ancient traditions to use it in the plaster. So this is nothing new. But unfortunately, we forgot our ancient traditions and using now that we are, which is not very good to that. So these are already it is mentioned that what are the plants which you can use for the as organic additives in the nimba, kutuja, triphala, simsapa, upmarga, vastuka, snuhi, kudali, kushmanda. These are the plants which can be used as an organic, which is written in our ancient text. So I am not going to talk other than, and we have what I did. When I analyzed this earthen plaster of these caves, this Buddhist cave, I found that what is written in the Vishnu, exactly it is duplicating. Exactly the same result is coming in our ancient plasters also. Means our ancient plaster people have followed those texts, that the text itself was written after Ajanta caves. They mention everything which has been used at Ajanta caves and all other caves. And when I analyzed this earthen plaster, I found that exactly the same material I am getting in these ancient plasters. So these are whatever the instruments I use to analyze the things. It is a UV spectroscopy, Raman spectroscopy, FTIR, chemical analysis, microscopy, GCMS, LCMS, MALDI, and ILSA. These are techniques to analyze organic additives in the earthen plaster. So many of these techniques we have used for the analysis of the earthen plaster, for the analysis of organic additives in the earthen plaster. We have used for this work. So now you see, this is the rice. This is the rice husk has been used in almost all these ancient caves except Aurangabad caves. Rice husk has been used in all these ancient caves except Aurangabad caves. So you can see the rice husk when it is seen in the scanning electron microscope. This is the structure of rice husk, husk fragment recovered from Karla caves. Karla earthen plaster, BNC, dentate rectangular the structure of the, and this is the D is the original rice husk from the new plant, the reference husk I think that's exactly matching to that. So you can say that, confirm that this is rice husk has been used. And rice husk, what it does, rice husk got lot of silica. Rice husk got lot of silica, and it improves the waterproofing properties of it increases the waterproofing properties of the earthen plaster. So for waterproofing properties, rice husk has been used, and these are the things that these are the same. This is the EDX of the rice husk. What I got it, which is a lot of silica is there, and that a lot of when the silica comes into the impact, that it is the strength of the plaster also. And when one simple I analyze from the China, Bajpai painting is in the Tibet area somewhere that in China, and there I got some, because these paintings are lying in the National Museum, New Delhi, and I analyzed some plaster samples for the organic additives. What I found in Indian paintings, I found that rice husk has been used. But in the Bajpai, China, I found, which is now desert. Bajpai is now desert. But previously, it was a rice growing area. That's why rice has been used into the plaster. But more than rice husk, I found that rice ka root of the rice, which is going in the earth soil, that root of the rice has been used in the earthen plaster there in China. So they used to use that organic additive like this. And this is the rice husk, which I got it from different caves when I analyzed this ancient plaster. This is the rice husk from A, Kerala, B, Bhaja, C, Pithalkhora, and D, Ellora. Except Aurangabad caves. Aurangabad caves, I didn't get any rice husk, but in all the four places, I got this, because since to 15 to 2000 years, they have lost their original shape, but still you can see that even the structure can be seen very well. So these rice husks are present in the, which is working as a waterproof for the caves, for the plasters. And then what I got, you see, this is the very interesting thing that people don't understand, that what are the organic additives our ancestors have used. You know the paspalum in North India, we call it kodo. And many of you must have eaten the kodo ka bhat. I have eaten in my life in my village kodo ka bhat. So kodo was growing, and kodo उस समय कहाँ grow होता था? उस समय kodo grow होता था जो क्योंकि इतना बोरवेल नहीं था, करंट नहीं था. So everything depends on the God, on the rain God. जो खेती में जो भगवान से बारिश आता है उसके ऊपर ही खेती होती थी. तो some of my field were there with a sandy soil. It is hardly the water or rain water used to go. So there we used to grow kodo plant. क्यों कोदो उगाते थे? कोदो का जो छिलका रहता है, the skin is very thick, and you can store kodo for a very long time. Paspalum you can store for a very long time, and insect activity will not be there, because it's that outer cover is very thick. So there is why. So people, why the people were growing so much of kodo? The people were growing at that time. I am talking about 60, 65. I have seen in my own this thing. I have written the bhat also for the 1665, that when we were young at that time, that they were growing the kodo, and this belt in Maharashtra and Gujarat. This was some belt of the Maharashtra and Gujarat, less we are getting less rain, and people were growing kodo in this belt so that they can store there for a longer time. Suppose some famine comes, sometimes some problem comes, these stored grain they can use in the emergency period, because you can store it for a long time without any insect activity. And what I found, these kodo grain, of course, I asked many of the local people here that they do know about the kodo, and 90% people replied that they have not heard the name of the kodo when their ancestors were eating kodo. Perhaps. So I found this kodo. You can see here A, Aurangabad caves, B, Pithalkhora caves, C, Bhaja caves. Bhaja caves, so in Aurangabad caves, Pithalkhora caves, and Bhaja caves, I got this kodo A, B, and C, and D is the reference. This is the reference which I matched it with the this. Then I confirmed that kodo has been used. So Codopepsalum is one of the organic additives which has been very much used in the earthen plaster. And then along with the kodo, that bajra or millet has also been used. I found millet grains in the Ellora caves and Aurangabad caves. This is the millet grain from the this E is the reference. This is the reference of the E is the millet grain reference, and F and G is the from the Ellora caves and Aurangabad caves. So bajra ka grains bhi jo hai that I found it in included mixed in the earthen plaster for making the earthen plaster along with the kodo grains in these earthen plaster in the 4-5 caves. So this is the thing that is what I found during my investigation of organic additives in the earthen plasters of these caves. Then another plant I found that is Ichnochola grains. Ichnochola grains, this is called barnyard grass. Barnyard grass जो है that comes when somebody grows the rice. तो राइस के फील्ड में हमारे यहाँ उस समय जो सावा बोलते थे, वो राइस के प्लांट से भी बड़ा हो जाता था. सावा जो है, सावा जो एक्चुअली उसका राइस का इल्ड कम कर देता था. सो वो लेबर लगा के वो सावा को जो है राइस के खेती से निकालते थे. द सावा, यू सी द इन व्हाट इज स्पेशल दिस सावा जो है, सावा का सीड जो है दैट इज बनियाड ग्रास जो है which is grown along with the rice, that has also been, uske grains bhi also been used in the earthen plaster. This is the barnyard grass I found. This is the A is the reference grain, B is the Aurangabad plasters. In Aurangabad plaster, and C and D is that wheat grains I found in Ellora caves. So along with the Sama or C, but see the Aurangabad caves, I didn't get any rice husk in Aurangabad caves, but I found this barnyard grass or Sama, which is grown along with the rice, automatically jungle growth. That grains are there in the Aurangabad caves, but the rice husk is not there. Well, they're very special, and that wheat grains are also till now 1,500 years. It is preserved in the Ellora caves. So these are the things which is I found as organic additives in this earthen plaster. Then this is again very interesting. Chenopodium bathua. I got bathua ka seeds, Chenopodium seeds also. Chenopodium that it was very much grown in the Maharashtra, especially in this caves region, where that but nowadays Maharashtrian people they eat bathua. But once I got a bathua seeds in the earthen plaster, it means the people were bathua was growing in this part, and people were eating bathua. But nowadays hardly they eat bathua. Chenopodium shift. Now it just remains that sarso bathua ka saag from the North India. The people in the winter season they use they eat lot of sarso bathua ka saag. But in Maharashtra the bathua was growing, and these bathua seeds have been used mixed in the earthen plaster. So this is the dorsal view of Chenopodium seeds and seed coat, top view, side view, and vertical Chenopodium Ellora earthen plaster. And I got these bathua seeds from the Ellora earthen plaster. And then I got again the image of Fumaria seeds. This is a pitta papra. This is a very, very good Ayurvedic medicine. This pitta papra is very much used. If you just Google it, you'll find that it's a very big effect as a aushadhi. As a aushadhi, many use these seeds are used that Ayurvedic aushadhi is very good for the Ayurvedic. These Ayurvedic pitta papra seeds are also been mixed in the Aurangabad mud plaster. So you can see here the things which people cannot. This is beyond our imagination. People never thought of that this thing can be used, that can also have the inclusion into the earthen plaster that has been used in the earthen plasters. So is not that very interesting? Then this is another thing. Today we are discussing that in the caves of Karla caves. This is a local plant. When the ladies go in the jungle, they use this plant to tie their wood, whatever the wood they collect from the jungle. This is called kumbi. Kumbi is the what called wild guava. Wild guava also it is called. It is got a very good antimicrobial properties. Anti-insect, it is a very good insecticide. It has got a lot of antimicrobial properties, and this has specifically been used. It is grown local in the jungle. It's specifically been used in the Karla earthen plaster, which has worked against the insect, where any insect not affecting the earthen plaster. People were the 2000 years back, they added in this thing kumbi in the earthen plaster. We found it. It is structure we matched with the this is the structure of the kumbi in the same image. Extracted from the this is the extracted Caria arborea, the kumbi. What is the structure? You can see through the same image. This structure. So we have matched it with the original that kumbi, and we found that this plant has been used. This is the matching of the and this is structure that uniseriate array and multiseriate array. Tylosus and all those things we found that I think the extracted bark fibers. So all the things we matched with the original, and we confirmed that this is the wild guava. Things have also been included in the Karla caves. And then beyond this, this is the one of the seeds or stems. What beyond this, they have also used paste. They have used rice starch paste. And when we analyze that starch paste, whatever starch paste has been used in the different caves, we found that in most of the earthen plaster, 3 types of paste has been used. That is the millet paste, that jawari or bajra paste, wheat paste, and mugda. Mugda means moong dal paste. Moong dal paste, wheat paste, sometimes rice paste also, and millet paste have been used in the earthen plaster. The millet, wheat, and mugda, bajra, wheat, gehu, and moong. These paste each has been used in every caves in the earthen plaster to make the plaster, because these paste they make a very good adhesive. It has been mixed because it works as very good adhesive to the plaster. And because of that, they have used this paste also into the earthen plaster. So say millet paste, wheat paste, and mugda paste, they have been irrevocably been used in all the earthen plaster for the binding. Actually, in Aurangabad caves, I am not getting rice husk, but I am getting rice paste. So that is very unique. They discriminate and which we did and take our, we have analyzed all those things and published also these papers showing that what are the pastes have been used and how it is very useful for the earthen plaster. So we did all the things, the earthen plaster we dissolved in water, we dissolved in alcohol, we dissolved ethyl acetate and took out the FTIR. So FTIR shows because in water the proteins are soluble. In ethyl silicate, some polysaccharides are soluble. So the different components by using different solvents and mixing it in earthen plaster, making solubilized in different solvents, you have used the earthen plaster to confirm what are the organic additives that have been used in the earthen plaster. So this is the result of the different different Karla caves, Bhaja caves, Pithankora caves, Ellora caves, Aurangabad caves, and these are the peaks we got it, and on the basis of that we found out what are the organic additives which have been used, what organic paste, starch paste, and what are the paste that has been used in the plasters. We found this is the hexane, we dissolved in the hexane, and whatever component came after the extract that we took as FTIR for that and confirmed that what are the things that have been used which is soluble in hexane. Then this is the ethyl acetate, whatever for the polysaccharides I told you they are soluble in ethyl acetate. So these things also we got it from, and then in all the samples we did GCMS to know that exactly what are the units, what are the things that are present into the, what are the organic additives that are present into the earthen plasters. So we got for all the a very big list of that, because GCMS gives a very big list. So all the caves we did for the GCMS. That's what we got lastly. What are the organic additives in the caves we got it? We got rice husk. You can see the Karla, Bhaja, where the rice husk is present, except Aurangabad. Rice husk is present in all the caves. Papsalum grains, Papsalum Bathua, that is Bhaja, Elora, and Pithal Khora, like this. Millet grains were present, wheat grains are present, Isnutoda grains. So all the things we make a list that where they are, in which earthen plaster, what are the present in the plaster, what are the organic additives that is present in the plaster. And then how much quantity by weight percent. You see that I have made a thing how many husk is, how much husk is present, how much straw is present, grains are present, fiber are present, and this is the proportion in different caves. Karla, Bhaja, Elora, Pithal Khora, Aurangabad caves. So these are the what are the things are present in different proportions, because I don't get any husk in the Aurangabad caves, but I got a lot of grains and straw, and straw I got got a lot of straw. I got lot of grains. I got grains are less, but straw, much more straw is there in the Aurangabad caves. Like this, I made this thing. What are the things maximum are mostly present in these caves. So this I made a table of this, that what I got it and what was the percentage of the things that is present in this case. Then percentage you can see here, chart prepared that in which case what average plant additives, how much is there. For example, the Karla, how much there, Karla, Bhaja, bottom, how much organic additives are there in each case. That I have made a list of that based on our analytical investigation. And then we also count the starch grains, how much starch. I told you that we got rice paste, we got wheat paste, we got moong paste, we got wheat millet paste also. So millet paste, rice paste, wheat paste, moong paste, already everything was mixed in the earthen plaster. And you can see here that I have made a proportions of how much starch granules. Just we have counted with the techniques. We have counted how much starch grains are there in each earthen plaster, and on the basis of that we have made a table that we made a figure that how much is there. That you can see that proportion varies for the rice, whether we say rice has been used, millet has been used, wheat has been used, or moong has been used. But when you take it that take the Aurangabad caves AS1, AS2, AS3, where I found only rice and moong. None other paste has been used. So different type of paste has been used in different cases. But come to Elora, we get all types of paste, starch paste. We come to Karla, we get all types of paste, starch paste. We get to moong, has been many moong and Bhaja caves, and all these are different things. But the thing is, all paste, all organic additives and pastes have been used in the earthen plaster to prepare the earthen. It's not a simple that mixing the soil and preparing like that. Thank you very much. So, if you have any questions, I am ready to hear reply.
Sir, very good evening, sir. My name is Dr. Gangu.
हाँ बोलिए.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir. And thank you so much, sir, because we have to appreciate you, because you have not taken any references from outside. What you did for society, what you contributed, those things you have taken examples and you explained. And it is very good and excellent lectures. No questions actually, because we can see your hard work, with these what you have done, and those images itself explains your artwork, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
सर मुझे एक क्वेश्चन पूछना था।
बोलिए ना।
सर आपने जो प्लास्टर जो क्योज में यूज किया है, तो उसमें जो ग्रेन्स वगैरह है उसकी स्टडी की है, लेकिन आपने इतने साल स्टडी किए तो आपको कुछ ऐसा आया नोटिस कि उन लोगों ने कौन सा कितना प्रोपोर्शन में लिया होगा तो इतना
प्रोपोर्शन निकाल के आप
अच्छा
बताए ना। प्रोपोर्शन आपने ग्राफ बताया ना प्रोपोर्शंस में। हमने प्रोपोर्शंस भी निकाला ना, कितना प्रोपोर्शंस में मिक्स किया। मोस्टली मैडम ऑलमोस्ट यू कैन से दैट 10% एवरेज में जो है, थोड़ा थोड़ा इधर उधर, लेकिन एवरेज में 10% बोल सकती हैं।
हाँ तो और उसमें जो पास पलम जो यूज किया है, तो वो जो वाइल्ड ग्रास रहता है ना, वो जो उसको पिंक वाइट फ्लावर्स आते हैं,
हाँ
वही है, वो कुडू बोलते हैं वो।
नहीं मैडम,
पास
कोदो का हमने अपने बचपन में, मैंने कोदो का चावल खाया है हमारे यहाँ। जब कम बारिश होती थी, जब बिजली नहीं थी गांव में, उस समय जो है भगवान के भरोसे ही जब खेती होती। आई एम फ्रॉम कुशीनगर। हाँ,
नहीं नहीं,
तो वहाँ
वो
हमारे
मेरे
हमारे
ग्रैंडफादर
वहाँ
ने
कुछ,
जो
और आपके पूरा महाराष्ट्र और गुजरात के बेल्ट में कोदो बहुत होता था।
हाँ हाँ हाँ।
Madam, please can
कोदो
you
बहुत
on your
होता था
video?
क्योंकि, हाँ हाँ।
Sir, you
तो
can stop sharing the screen so that the question and answer session would be
एक मिनट।
good.
हाँ तो वो जो जो हमारे ग्रैंडफादर्स वगैरह होते थे, तो उनको खाना ज्यादा नहीं होता था ना, तो वो बोलते हैं
हाँ,
हम कुडू खाते हैं, बरबटा खाते हैं, तो वो वही ग्रेन है क्या फिर?
उन्हें आपको बताया ना वो कोदो खाते थे। आपको बताया उन्होंने, आपके ग्रैंडफादर ने।
हाँ, कुछ खाने को नहीं था तो वो बरबटा बोलते थे यहाँ महाराष्ट्र में, तो पता नहीं वो कौन सा ग्रेन है, लेकिन ऐसे ही कुछ बोलते थे बरबटा।
अरे हमारे यहाँ महाराष्ट्र की बहुत सारी लड़कियां हैं, इधर सामने बैठी हैं।
हाँ
तो
तो वो
कोदो को
जो
क्या बोलते
बचपन
हैं?
में बोलते थे कुछ
कोदरा
खाने को
ये
नहीं
बोल रहे हैं।
था।
कोदरा कोदरा बोलते हैं, कोदरा मराठी में बोल रहे हैं।
हाँ, वो
मरा
जो व्हाइट ग्रास है रहती है ना, वो ज्यादातर ऐसे ड्राई
हाँ
प्लेसेस
हाँ,
पे।
कोदरा कोदरा।
तो वो वही है क्या जो उन लोगों ने यूज किया है, तो वो वही
बस
ग्रासेस
वही
है?
है, वही है। मैं ये बोल रहे हैं, हमारे लोग, हमारे साथ 5-7 लोग महाराष्ट्र के बैठे हुए हैं, सुन रहे हैं लेक्चर।
हाँ सर, बहुत अच्छा था सर कल का
Yes, sir.
सेशन, आज का भी सेशन आपने बहुत अच्छा किया है सर, वर्क जो किया है, तो थैंक यू सर।
आप कहाँ से हैं मैडम?
मैं महाराष्ट्र बीड़ से, माजलगांव से हूँ।
अच्छा, मालेगांव से हैं। अच्छा।
हाँ,
हाँ। मेरी
थैंक यू।
बेटी की शादी बीड़ में हुई है। पुरानी फैमिली।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, पुरानी फैमिली से हम, खेती बाड़ी करने वाली फैमिली से।
Yeah.
कोई बात नहीं मैडम।
Any other questions?
थैंक यू सर।
एनी क्वेश्चन?
Sir, I don't think so. They are having questions. So we will go for the official vote of thanks, sir. I've known sir since a very, very long time, last 20-25 years. And he's been very pioneer in the conservation of Ajanta caves and many other monuments. And he's a great researcher. His papers, you all might have read it like 145, but it is more than that. He's continuously into the research work. And he's associated with our department since last 5 to 6 years working as a researcher over here. So thank you so much, sir. आप यहाँ आए, you accepted the invitation and gave such a wonderful lecture. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
थैंक यू मैडम। ओके।
Yes, roll number 29, go ahead.
Yes. What?
अच्छा, एक
So,
और कुछ है क्या? बंद करें?
no, sir.
सर हम
I
वोट ऑफ
will
थैंक्स
vote.
करना चाह
I
रहे हैं
will
अच्छा
vote.
ठीक
आपको,
है,
आप
ठीक है।
म्यूट कर दीजिए सर, म्यूट कर दीजिए.
So, such a wonderful lecture on organic additives in ancient Indian earthen plasters, insert from Darkhara, Ellora, Karla, and Aurangabad caves. So, on the behalf of universities, I would like to express my gratitude to Dr. Manager Rajdev Singh, sir, for providing great, incredible learning advanced lecture in this session for great success. I extend my gratitude to Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Vijay Fulari, sir, Director UGC MMTT, Professor Dhansri J. Mahajan, Course Coordinator Dr. Madhuri Sawant, Madam, Assistant Director Dr. Muhammad Abdul Rafi, sir, to take much more knowledgeable and valuable multidisciplinary research course on topic IKS, skill based in curriculum development. And I would like thanking to all friends, participants who's listening and well making this lecture. Thank you very much, sir, and thank you all teams. Okay.
Manager, sir, thank you, sir.
हाँ? नहीं ठीक
Sir, you can leave the forum. We will be having Professor Ashish Bajpai, who is from Banaras Hindu University and will be joining us soon. Just let me know when he joins. Dear participants, you can hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. See, I request you all to please at least put your photographs. Like I can see Nahida madam is there, Devidas sir is there, and Anil Kumar Yadav is there. Sir is there. So you all can also please click a
Ma'am.
photograph and put it as your profile, if possible. Ji sir.
I'm Gangu. Actually, we are using official mail ID, ma'am. It is not possible to keep the DP, ma'am. They are not allowing to keep the DP.
Okay, okay. But some have kept it. So, okay, let me check. Because it looks lively, that's it. But I will check it with Rafi sir and let you know, okay?
Not here, ma'am. In my universe itself, and they are not allowing to keep the DP, ma'am.
In your university, it is not allowed. All right.
What I have given, which I have given mail ID, it is the official mail ID, ma'am. They don't allow to keep the DP.
Oh, it is strange. Okay.
hello hello Dr. Kangu hello
Ji sir.
DP allowed means I don't understand their authority not permit or to keep the DP.
Yeah, I think their university is not allowing it. It must be a policy of the university.
There is no any such kind of policy, madam. I
Yeah,
think.
but I think let us not discuss it in this forum. It is like different discussion.
Okay. Thank you, madam.
Sir has joined the forum. Bajpai ji. Sir, Dr. Ashish Bajpai, sir. Are you there? Mrs. Bajpai?
Madam, namaskar.
Namaskar, sir. Namaskar. Sir, dhanyawad, sir. Thank you so much for joining us for this refresher course. We are having students pan-India, participants pan-India, who are from different fields, from science, commerce, management, arts as well, and forensic science, and etc. etc. So I welcome you on the behalf of this MMTTC, and I request the participants.
मॅडम हे झालं लेट
Ashish sir.
हॅलो
Roll number 30. Please
येस
proceed.
I'm present here. Yes.
Interrupt.
एक मिनट ना. हेलो आशीष सर. सर आपको माइक अनम्यूट कीजिए प्लीज.
हाँ, आशीष सर आपका माइक कीजिए अनम्यूट.
क्यों आपका आवाज आने के बाद ही सर स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा. आपका साउंड नहीं आ रहा है सर.
Hello.
यस राइट सर.
Am I audible?
यस सर.
Yes, audible, sir. Roll number 30. Please proceed for the introduction.
Roll number 30.
Okay,
Yes.
sir. Thank you. Good evening to all my colleagues. I am Miss Bhakti Patil. I am from Dehwadi College from Shivaji University. I am a political science faculty. I am here to introduce Miss Honorable Professor Ashish Bajpai, sir. He is a director of Institute of Management Studies, Banaras Hindu University, who has a profound expertise in a business management, industry involvement, and membership, and has more than 30 years of experience in academics and research. Professor Vajpayee has made a significant contribution in building future leaders and groundbreaking research. He has graduated from BHU and did his master's in business administration from Sagar University. He was conferred the Jawaharlal Memorial Fund Award and the University Gold Medal for a standing first in merit at the MBA examination. He is a UGC JRF awardee and has done his doctoral work on operational problem of the Indian foreign trade. He has the distinguished experience in the area of management principle, human values, and organizational behavior. Professor Bajpai has been regular invited speaker at various management institutions and government bodies. I'm very happy to introduce Professor Bajpai, sir, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, Madhuri ma'am, and all the my colleagues. Thank you. Over to you, sir. Hello. Hello.
I think a research person also left, madam.
यस मैम, थैंक यू मैम।
ओ
सुपर आई थिंक शायद नेटवर्क इश्यू है उनका।
ओके, मला परत इंट्रोड्यूस करावं लागेल का?
नाही मॅम,
ओके.
एक मिनिट आपण बघूया, सरांनी ऐकलं असेल तर ठीक आहे, नाही असेल तर आपण चेंज बघूया, रिटर्न करायचं असेल तर.
ओके.
येस, आशिष सर नॉट जॉईनिंग. हो. हाँ हेलो आशीष सर. हेलो.
Sir, I'm trying to call him. Just a moment. I can see him online.
मॅम ते ऑनलाईन आहेत पण त्याचं माईक अनम्यूट आहे मॅम, म्युटेड आहे.
हाँ, मैं फोन करते. I will call.
Am I audible, madam?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because I presume there is some connection problem. Let me try, but in case if it not happens, I'll only be able to. You can only be able to hear me. Some video problem is there,
No
I
issues, sir.
suppose.
No problem.
So I'll run
No,
the
no
PPT.
problems. Yes, sir. Yes.
Because if you go on doing, I think that would unnecessarily consume the time.
Ji, sir.
So participants, I suppose they have joined.
Yes, sir.
Ji, sir.
Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Participants, a very good afternoon. Namaskar, Dr. Madhuri ji, and all the participants.
Good afternoon, sir.
मेरा प्रणाम है आप सभी को. We all are teachers, I suppose. And even if not, I'm truly honored and I'm very happy that I'm associated with this program. The topic that I would be dealing upon is related to the area of management and the Indian knowledge systems. And the aim is to develop a curriculum for that. I suppose some of the participants are from the stream of management. If not, doesn't matter.
Ji, sir. There are some participants, sir, from management.
Even if it's well, it's good. Even if it's not, that doesn't matter. So I'll be first talking about management, and then I would be making references to the various sutra by Kautilya. Kautilya, I suppose most of you are aware of. And he happened to be in the 4th century BC. And he earned the name Kautilya. He was also called as Chanakya, just because he was the son of Chanak, hence his name was Chanakya. And Kutal was his lineage. This is just for those people who are not aware why is he called as Kautilya. And people in the lineage of Kutal, they did not used to hoard things. And so was the austerity that was observed by Kautilya. And hence his name draws from his lineage, Kutal, and he became Kautilya also. Now, most of the references I would be making from his sutra, from Arthashastra, some references from Manusmriti, and a few from Ramcharitmanas and Valmiki Ramayana. Now, let me start with the conception of management. Are you people, if not conversant in Hindi, let me know. I would be making a repeat in that case.
Sir, it is okay, sir. Hindi is also fine.
Okay. So just to make a simple start, how do we need to understand management? Now, management is, जैसे आप सब्जी बनाते हैं तो सब्जी में पड़ने वाला नमक जो होता है ना, the salt you put in the vegetables you cook, management is like that. Whatever vegetable you wish to cook, you may, but it would not go without a salt. And look at the other side of the coin, कि नमक की अपनी कोई सब्जी बनती भी नहीं. So that means management is nothing in isolation. So all activities, they require management. And that speaks of the importance and the utility and the prominence that management has earned as an activity, first of all, then as a discipline. Now, if you see, management is basically about choosing a goal and achieving that goal. That is a simple story of management. You choose a goal and you achieve that goal. Now, whatever I'm speaking at the moment, it is actually largely drawn from the Western conception of management. This is what actually runs at the moment. So we need to understand this. And choosing a goal and achieving that goal. Now, the catch here is the Western conception is mostly devoted towards the attainment of the goals. लक्ष्य निर्धारित करना और लक्ष्य को प्राप्त करना। दिस इज मैनेजमेंट। जो पाश्चात्य अवधारणा है, मैनेजमेंट के संबंध में, उसका जो बल है, एम्फेसिस है, वो प्राप्ति की है कि लक्ष्य की प्राप्ति कैसे होगी। और यहीं पर ही भेद आ जाता है, डिफरेंशिएशंस आ जाते हैं कि जो ईस्टर्न कंसेप्शन है, वहां पर हम लक्ष्य के ऊपर केंद्रित ज्यादा है। सो मैनेजमेंट, as I told, that it is about effectiveness and efficiency. This is what are the two prominent coins of management. What goals you choose, to what extent you are able to achieve those goals, as well as at what cost you are going to achieve your goals. What is the sacrifice you are going to make to achieve those goals? The goals that you have chosen, the extent to which you have attained those goals, refers to the story of management. And that is effectiveness, what we call in management. कैसे लक्ष्य हमने स्थापित किए हैं और किस हद तक उन लक्ष्यों को हम पा सकते हैं, यही हमारी इफेक्टिवनेस को डिस्प्ले करता है। और किस कीमत पर वो लक्ष्य हासिल किए गए हैं, हमारी एफिशिएंसी को डिस्प्ले करता है। इस बात को हमको समझना चाहिए। पूरा मैनेजमेंट जो वेस्टर्न कंसेप्शन है, मैंने जैसा कि अभी कहा कि इट इज मोस्टली डिवोटेड टुवर्ड्स द अटेनमेंट dimension, the attainment aspect, attainment of the goals. And therefore, it has been greatly emphasized that efficiency is the paramount consideration for any organization. Efficiency जो है वो सर्वोपरि है, ऐसा कहा नहीं गया, लेकिन आप आचार व्यवहार सब में आप देखेंगे, आप किताबों में पढ़ेंगे, तो आपको इसी बात का बोध होगा, इसी बात की झलक मिलेगी। And it is more devoted towards the efficiency aspect. So there's nothing wrong in that. But the problem is, if I choose a wrong goal and achieve it efficiently, so that creates problems. Because organizations, they exist in a society. कोई भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, कोई भी संगठन, कोई भी संस्था जो है वो समाज में उसका अस्तित्व है। और यदि वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन समाज के लिए कारक सिद्ध नहीं हो पा रहा है, फंक्शनल साबित नहीं हो पा रहा है, in that situation the organization ceases to exist. It fails to exist. The sustainability of the organizational existence is actually dependent on how effective it is. And just recall, effectiveness means what goals have been chosen by the organization. To what extent those chosen goals have been achieved speaks of the effectiveness of the organization. तो जैसा कि मैंने कहा कि गोल और उसका अटेनमेंट, ये दो चीजें मूल है, ये प्राइमरी है, यहीं से बातों की शुरुआत होती है। और यहीं से नजरिया जो है वो भिन्न हो जाता है। The Western conceptions they mostly, not always, I would say, but they're mostly profit-seeking organizations. Not all organizations are profit-seeking organizations. But the bent of mind, in some way or the other, gets drifted towards the profit orientation. आज जो भी हम मैनेजमेंट में बातें करते हैं उसमें कहीं ना कहीं लाभ की बात कर रहे हैं. So that is not wrong, but how this profit is getting earned, what goals we are able to achieve, that is of prime importance. हमने लाभ अर्जित कर लिया, लाभ पा लिया हमने, पर हासिल क्या किया, जो लक्ष्य हासिल किया क्या वो श्रेयस्कर था, क्या वो अच्छा था? That is a question, that is a thought to be pondered upon. ये विचारणीय प्रश्न है. और इसी को लेकर मैंने आज आपके साथ मैडम के आदेश पर मैं यहाँ उपस्थित हुआ हूँ ऑनलाइन रूप में. जो मैं बातें करूंगा, the contents of my presentation they go like this. I did not mention the word flow of presentation. Of course, it carries a flow of my presentation, but many a times I would deviate. लेकिन इन बातों के बारे में हमको जानना चाहिए. हम आज इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम्स की बात करते हैं. क्यों बात करते हैं? ऐसी कौन सी आवश्यकता पड़ गई, ऐसा कौन सा अभाव पैदा हो गया जो हमारा आज ध्यान इस ओर आकर्षित हुआ है? तो अभाव है. अभाव लक्ष्य क्या चुना जाए, इसी सोच का अभाव है. इसी सोच में कहीं ना कहीं कमजोरी है जिसे हम देख नहीं पाते हैं, जिसको हम मतलब कहिए कि जब हमारे सामने परिणाम आते हैं, रिजल्ट्स आते हैं, देन वी आर एबल टू रियलाइज दैट वी हैव चोजन अ रॉन्ग गोल. इसी चीज को हमको समझना चाहिए. तो we would be dealing all these things. Organizations and individuals, why at all do they exist? ये उपस्थित ही क्यों है भाई in the society? What is the connect between the resources and the organization? We would be talking about the management of the organization. We would be talking about the conduct and the restraints that are put both on the individuals and the organization. We would also be dealing with the decision-making aspects and the policy-making aspects. Policy is a part of the decision-making. Further, we'll be talking about the competitive landscape within which the organizations are operating. जो organizations operate कर रहे हैं वो किस landscape में operate कर रहे हैं? Competitive landscape है. Lastly, I would be coming to the curriculum components. I cannot develop a curriculum for you. You all are teachers, and you would be at some stage of your career, you would be required to develop a curriculum. So how do you need to develop a curriculum? That I would be talking about. And I would finish off with the concluding observations. Just to have a small feedback from the participants. Am I able to communicate just my voice, Or
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes,
am I
sir.
able to
Yes,
communicate
Everything
the
is
meaning?
fine,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Everything is fine, sir.
Is it understandable?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, sir.
Now see, सुखस्य मूलम धर्मः. Why do organizations exist? Now, why do organizations exist? Usually we talk about customers, we talk about profits, we talk about more laudable goals also. But let me tell you, but let me tell you that every organization will have a vision, and those founding fathers who had established that organization, they would be visionaries, but not in all the cases. Let me give you an example of my own organization, of which I am very proud to have been associated with. I'm not happy to be associated with my organization, Banaras Hindu University. I'm proud to be associated with Banaras Hindu University. The reason is when Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya ji, who had established this organization more than a century ago, 100 वर्षों पहले इस संस्था की स्थापना की थी. Commoners like us, or at least like me, we cannot visualize, we cannot imagine, we cannot foresee even 100 minutes later. 100 मिनट दूर तक का हम सोच नहीं पाते हैं, और वो व्यक्ति जो है 100 वर्षों से भी ऊपर का सोच गए. जरा कल्पना करिए, ऐसे ही व्यक्ति को दृष्टा कहा जाता है, दूरदृष्टा कहा जाता है, विजनरी कहा जाता है. और ऐसे ही ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस सस्टेन करते हैं, जिनका विजन बड़ा अच्छा होता है, वही ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस सस्टेन करते हैं, वो चाहे ईस्ट के हो चाहे वेस्ट के हो. मैं आपसे, यदि आप मेरी आवाज को सुन रहे हैं, मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूंगा, केवल आप गेस करिए. अगर जानते हैं तो बड़ी खुशी की बात है, नहीं भी आप गेस कर सकते हैं. कैन यू टेल मी व्हाई बनारस हिंदू यूनिवर्सिटी वाज एस्टैब्लिश्ड? व्हाट वाज द aim behind establishing this institution? This institution was established.
Can I answer, sir?
Please.
Sir, because at that moment, freedom fighters also they felt like this. We need to carry our culture, our tradition, everything. For that, this university was established. Their main motto is that we should carry our culture and tradition and everything. We must have one university. They decided the first steps, sir, where the freedom fighters all decided.
Very true, very true. You are very, very close to it. But my query was, that was the reason. That was the reason that gave impetus to the establishment of this institution. Of course, but the objective was not that what you spoke just now. And you would be very surprised. And commonly, people are unable to understand this. And even at first, when I joined, even I could not understand that. It took me many years to understand that. बनारस हिंदू यूनिवर्सिटी की जो स्थापना हुई है वो चरित्र निर्माण के लिए हुई. इट इज टू बिल्ड कैरेक्टर. Usually, wherever you go around, when you see an educational institution, the objective would be to impart education. It is as simple. But Banaras Hindu University does not exist to impart education. And Pandit Madan Mohan Malvi ji has even written that this institution does not exist to produce doctors and engineers, but to produce men of high character. चरित्रवान राष्ट्रभक्त पैदा हों जो देश और समाज और दुनिया को राह दिखला सकें, इसी उद्देश्य से काशी हिंदू विश्वविद्यालय की स्थापना. विजन को देखिए तो आपको लगेगा नहीं ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बनाया गया है यूनिवर्सिटी, लेकिन इट इज नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट एजुकेशन, क्योंकि ये
Is there a disruption? सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है.
So well, it has to be understood that vision and goal is a vision is also a goal, so that has to be understood very very thoroughly. Any organization that exists in this world has a purpose, otherwise it would not exist. किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की फंक्शनैलिटी इसी पर, उसका जो फंक्शनल होना इस बात पर ही निर्भर करता है कि वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन समाज को, देश को, विश्व को कुछ ना कुछ दे रहा है जो सार्थक है, दैट विच इज रियली नीडेड, इसीलिए वो एग्जिस्ट कर रहा है. तो देखिए ईस्टर्न कंसेप्शन क्या कहता है कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस क्यों एग्जिस्ट करते हैं. सुखस्य मूलम धर्मः. सुख की प्राप्ति के लिए ही हमारा आपका ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का एग्जिस्टेंस होता है. ऐसा सुख जो धर्म पर आश्रित हो, जो धर्म पर आश्रित हो, इस प्रकार का सुख. नाउ the word sukh does not needs to be associated with just happiness. Sukh is actually feeling of satisfaction plus the happiness. So that which continues to endure for a very long period of time, such internal happiness, such internal satisfaction may be understood as sukh. Sukhasya moolam dharmah. Now this attainment of sukh, that has not to be by any means. That has to be through the, that has to be with the help of, uh, not with the help, I would say, but that has to stand on the pedestal of dharma. Mool means the roots. Sukhasya moolam dharma. So dharma happens to be the root for the attainment of sukh. Now, this does not holds just good for the individuals, even for the organizations. कोई भी संस्था, कोई भी संगठन जो धर्म पर आश्रित होगा, वो अंततः सुख की अनुभूति जरूर करेगा, अवश्य करेगा। और सुख, जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया, ये प्रसन्नता व संतोष का मिश्रण होता है, जो कि आंतरिक होता है, इंटरनल होता है। हम जीवन में कोई सफलता पाते भी हैं तो अंततः वो सुख में ही परिवर्तित होती है। हमने कोई पोस्ट हासिल कर ली, कोई पैसा हासिल कर लिया, कुछ भी अचीवमेंट कर लिया, मेरा कैरियर में एडवांसमेंट हो गया, कुछ भी हो गया जो मैं चाहता था, उसे ही सफलता कहते हैं। लेकिन वो हासिल करने के बाद, वो प्राप्त करने के बाद जो मन में भाव पैदा होता है, वो सुख का ही भाव पैदा हो। इसीलिए दिस इज बीइंग रेफर्ड that the purpose of existence is actually to attain sukh. But the attainment of sukh has not to attain any mode. It has to be on the pedestal of dharma. अब मैंने कहा कि सुख की प्राप्ति, सुख की प्राप्ति ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के लिए, ये देखिए एक सूत्र जो है बड़ा अच्छा है, ये सर्वेषाम अनुकूलम वेदनीयम सुखम, सर्वेषाम अनुकूलम वेदनीयम सुखम। Now, the meaning that has to be drawn from this is that whatever happiness, whatever sukh are we talking about, that we are talking about, is both individual and collective happiness. ये देखिए कितनी बड़ी बात कही गई है, ये कितनी बड़ी बात है ये, सर्वेषाम अनुकूलम वेदनीयम सुखम, कि जो कुछ भी एक फेवरेबल एक्सपीरियंस हमको हो रहा है, वो इंडिविजुअल लेवल पर भी हो और कलेक्टिव लेवल पर भी हो, ऐसा सुख श्रेयस्कर माना जाता है, बेहतर, अच्छा माना जाता है। तो जिस सूत्र की हम बात अभी इससे पहले कर रहे थे, सुखस्य मूलम धर्मः सर्वेषाम अनुकूलम वेदनीयम सुखम, तो ये सुख जो है, केवल मैं सुखी रहूं, आप दुखी रहें, ऐसा सुख किस काम का। हमारे शास्त्र इसीलिए मतलब एक उच्च पद पर रखे जाते हैं, इसीलिए बार बार कहा जाता है शास्त्र सुचिंतित पुनि पुनि देखा, शास्त्र की चिंता करके बार बार देखिए, क्योंकि वही शास्त्र में ही हमको कहीं इन बातों की बात मिलती है। मैं आपको पुनः स्मरण कराना चाहता हूं कि जो हमारी पारंपरिक संपदा है, the traditional heritage and legacy that we all have, we all Indians have. And ignorantly, we somehow missed to go through these legacies and heritage. इसी को ही समझना चाहिए, इसी की जरूरत है समझने की। आज हम इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम्स की बात इसीलिए कर रहे हैं कि कहीं ना कहीं वो संपदा जो हमारे पास कितने समय से थी, उसको हम जान ही नहीं पाए, और जब जान नहीं पाए तो हमसे उसका छूट जाना स्वाभाविक है, कोई अस्वाभाविक चीज नहीं है। इसीलिए हमको, और एक बार मैं आपको और स्मरण कराना चाहता हूं कि ये जो बातें मैं कर रहा हूं, ये हमारी जो पारंपरिक संपदा है उसके ओरिएंटेशन से मैं आपको ये बातें प्रेषित कर रहा हूं। आई एम कम्युनिकेटिंग फ्रॉम द एंगल ऑफ द इंडियन नॉलेज systems that are in existence, that have existed since ages, and how they differ from the Western conceptions. I told you at the very start, West is more about the method, and our scriptures, they're more oriented towards the purpose or the goal, I would say. The management is about goal and methods, nothing else. So the material, the practices, the literature that is available in the stream of management, at least, mostly is devoted towards the method of attainment of the goals. It is reticent, I would say, so far the purpose is concerned, so far the goal is concerned, so far the choice of the goal is concerned. क्या लक्ष्य हो हमारा, इसके बारे में शांत है। कैसे प्राप्त कर सकते हैं, इसके बारे में बहुत कुछ कहा गया है। तो यहीं पर हमारे शास्त्र का महत्व आता है। हमारे शास्त्रों में इन बातों को बड़े अच्छे तरह से समझाया गया है कि हम प्रैक्टिशनर जब बने, कोई भी एजुकेशन हासिल करते हैं तो अल्टीमेटली वी आर इनटू प्रैक्टिस। तो जब हम प्रैक्टिशनर बने, अभ्यासी बने, तो हमारे मन मस्तिष्क में कैसा विचार होना चाहिए, किस प्रकार का लक्ष्य होना चाहिए, क्या ध्येय होना चाहिए, इसीलिए मैं ये आपसे बातें कर रहा हूं। तो सुखस्य मूलम धर्म सर्वेषाम अनुकूलम वेदनीयम सुखम। धर्म क्या है? शुरुआत में ही मैंने बोला आपसे कि हमारे और आपके और कोई भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के एग्जिस्टेंस का जो ध्येय है, जो लक्ष्य है, वो सुख की प्राप्ति है। कैसा सुख? जो वैयक्तिक हो और सामूहिक हो। That is both individualistic as well as collective happiness. That is what an organization aims for. But the underlying caution is that such happiness has to be attained on the pedestal of dharma. Now, how dharma has to be understood? जो शब्द है धर्म, ये बड़ा मुश्किल शब्द है, मैं तो नहीं समझ पाया विशेष, लेकिन जितना मुझे समझ में आया, ये धर्म शब्द जो है, ये जो है, it is drawn from the Sanskrit root dhri. Now dhri means dharana. So dharma it has not to be understood as religion. because religion actually talks about the belief and the worship of gods. It is more confined to a sect. Uh, it is confined, but dharma is universal. It is not sectarian in its nature and appeal. That is what differentiates dharma from religion. And Sri Aurobindo, when he was making his comments on in the essays on Gita, अरबिंदो ने ये श्लोक लिखा है, धारणात धर्म त्याहु, जो हमें धारण करे, जो हमारे जीवन को धारण करे और जिसे हम धारण करें, वो ही धर्म है। जो हमारे जीवन को धारण करे और जिसे हम धारण करें, वही धर्म कहलाता है। ये धर्म का एक आशय है। धर्म का एक और आशय है, एक और कोनोशन है, because this word is very ticklish. It is not easy to conceptualize, to understand this word. But however, to the best of my ability, at least I'm making an attempt. Hopefully, I am able to communicate. And तो जो हमको धारण करता हो, जिसके ऊपर हम आश्रित हो, वही धर्म है. And the second connotation, the word dharma, is the righteous actions, the ethical role, the rightful role that all of us, each one of us has to play in this world. Those actions, those roles, they form the dharma and they are universal. Nothing to do with any community, nothing to do with any sect. They are universal roles. And there is another orientation for the word dharma, and that denotes the quality, the guna. So we are not going to dwell into that. And I'm dwelling upon this word dharma just because in the very first slide, if you sukhasya moolam dharma, अगर सुख का मूल धर्म है तो वो धर्म होता क्या है? The righteous actions, the right code of conduct. कितना सुंदर जो है मनु ने धर्म की व्याख्या की है. देखिए आप, धृति क्षमा दमस्तेयम शौचमिंद्रिय निग्रह धीर विद्या सत्यम क्रोधो दशकम धर्म लक्षणम. ये 10 लक्षण हैं धर्म के. दे आर द सिम्टम्स. पेशेंस, you have to have forgiveness. There has to be a discipline of mind. There has to be a non-stealing tendency. हमारे थॉट्स और एक्शन में प्योरिटी होनी चाहिए. इंटेलेक्ट होना चाहिए. ऐसी विद्या हो जो सबका भला कर सके. सत्य का आचरण और क्रोध पर नियंत्रण, तो हम और आप और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन अगर इन 10 चीजों पर, इन 10 लक्षणों के अनुसार कार्य करता है, इसका अर्थ है कि वो धर्म का पालन कर रहा है। और ऐसे ही पालन किए जाने वाले धर्म पर आश्रित होना चाहिए वो सुख जो कोई एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, कोई एक संस्था और जो कोई एक व्यक्ति जो है पाना चाहता है। धर्म ही मूल था जिस जिस पर सुख आश्रित था। वो धर्म ही था जिस पर सुख आश्रित था। कैसा धर्म था? जो व्यक्ति और समूह का कल्याण के बारे में सोचे। ऐसा सुख, ऐसा सुख जो हमें पाना है वो धर्म पर आश्रित हो। और धर्म कैसा होना चाहिए? धर्म के 10 लक्षण माने गए हैं मनुस्मृति में। और आप देखिए ये जो धर्म है, धर्मस्य मूलम अर्थः। इसीलिए आप देखिए जो धर्म है उसका रूट जो है, मूल जो है, वो रिसोर्सेज है, अर्थ है। अर्थ डज नॉट मीन्स मनी एक्चुअली। सो हम और आप तभी अपने कार्य संपादित कर सकते हैं। वी कैन ओनली परफॉर्म आवर ड्यूटीज व्हेन वी हैव एक्सेस टू द रिसोर्सेस। मैंने शुरुआत में मैनेजमेंट की बात की थी, that management talks about the goals and the methods to achieve those goals, but it is not bereft of the resources. The moment you apply any method to achieve your goals, you obviously would be requiring the resources. तो यदि आपको लक्ष्य पाना है तो संसाधनों की आवश्यकता पड़ेगी ही पड़ेगी। तो यहां अर्थ का अभिप्राय जो है, अर्थ का जो अर्थ मीनिंग है, वो अर्थ का आशय है रिसोर्सेस से। देखिए ऐसा अर्थ, ऐसे रिसोर्सेस जो धर्म के द्वारा अर्जित किए गए हों। रिसोर्सेस रिसोर्सेस पर आश्रित है धर्म, लेकिन रिसोर्सेस को पाने के लिए भी धर्म का पालन करना चाहिए। ऐसे ही सदुपदेश दिए गए। और जब हम रिसोर्सेस पर हमारा अधिकार होता है, हमारी शख्सियत होती है, हमारा प्रभाव होता है, हमारा नियंत्रण होता है, हमारा कंट्रोल होता है। अर्थस्य मूलम राज्यम। Now, Rajyam here does not simply means the state. State is also an organization, just like a family is an organization. Educational institution is an organization. There could be a business organization. There could be a non-profit seeking organization. So when a collective entity has access to the resources, that is what we call as द सॉवरेन स्टेट। तो अब आजकल के सेटअप में तो राज्य सरकार के पास सारे रिसोर्सेज हैं, लेकिन हमारे पास भी, आपके पास भी, सबके पास रिसोर्सेज होते हैं जिन पर हमारा वश होता है। लेकिन इफ यू गो डीपर इनटू द थिंग्स, तो आपको यही समझ में आएगा, जो जमीन जिस पर आपका घर, हमारा घर बना हुआ है, वो जमीन भी सरकार की ही, राज्य की ही। वो ठीक है, लेकिन हम और आप अपने घरों में रहते हैं, उसको अपना समझते हैं। ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का भी एक्सेस होता है रिसोर्सेज के लिए। तो कैसे कड़ी बनती जा रही है, आप ये देखिए। मैं दोबारा पीछे जा रहा हूं। सुखस्य मूलम धर्म। सुख ही जो है वो अंतिम उद्देश्य है। ऐसा सुख जो धर्म पर आश्रित हो, ऐसा सुख जो केवल अपने लिए नहीं, सबके लिए। सर्वेशाम अनुकूलम वेदनीयम सुखम। धर्म क्या है? धारणात धर्म इत्याहु। जो हमें धारण किए रहता है, जो हमारा मार्ग प्रशस्त करता है, उसे ही धर्म कहते हैं। ये 10 लक्षण मन के दिए हुए हैं, जिनसे हम समझ सकते हैं कि धर्म अर्थ, धर्म शब्द से हमें क्या आशय लगाना चाहिए। और ये जो धर्म है ना, इसका मूल जो है वो अर्थ है, इसके रूट्स हैं अर्थ, रिसोर्सेस। और जो रिसोर्सेस है वो सॉवरेन एंटिटी से ही आते हैं। ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के ही पास रिसोर्सेज होते हैं। राजस्य मूलम इंद्रिय जय। जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के पास रिसोर्सेज है, जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, वो कहां से आता है? वो लोगों से बनता है। ऐसे कैसे लोग होने चाहिए? जिन्होंने अपनी इंद्रियों पर जय पा ली हो। Such people who have disciplined their minds and senses. और इस बात को समझना हमारे ईस्टर्न थॉट प्रोसेस में इट वाज अंडरस्टूड लॉन्ग 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 बैक, which the West very lately understood, and that too, unfortunately, not by all. वेस्ट ने बहुत समय बाद समझा, ईस्ट ने इस चीज को बहुत पहले समझ लिया कि जो राज्य की कल्पना है, जो स्थापना है, वो तो लोगों से ही होती है। और कैसे लोग? जिन्होंने अपने सेंसेस को डिसिप्लिन में रखा हो, कंट्रोल में रखा हो। ऐसे ही लोगों के द्वारा निर्मित ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, चाहे वो छोटा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हो चाहे बड़ा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हो, such people are the roots who actually form the organization. और देखिए, ये मैनेजमेंट में ये बात बड़ा साफ झलक कर आती है। इन द 19th century, when the discipline of management was getting created, actually, in those days efficiency was the hallmark. इकोनॉमिक मैन कंसेप्ट बड़ा हावी हुआ करता था प्रैक्टिशनर्स के ऊपर। इकोनॉमिक मैन कंसेप्ट का मतलब ये है कि इंसान को पैसा दो, उसको सब कुछ दे दो, उससे काम ले लो। और ये बहुत वर्षों तक प्रभावी रहा। बाद में जाकर लगभग 1930s में, मतलब एकदम से ये जो कंसेप्शन था, ये जो धारणा थी ह्यूमन बीइंग्स के प्रति जो है, इनसे ये काम लेने के ही योग्य हैं, इनको पैसे देकर हम काम ले सकते हैं, ये जो धारणा थी ना, एकदम से परिवर्तित हो गई। तो इकोनॉमिक मैन कंसेप्ट जो है वो एकदम से क्रैश कर गया, and that got converted into the social man concept. The social man concept is actually saying that man is a composition of emotions. Man is a composition of emotions, creativity, his own ideas. He or she has his or her own will. यानी कि उसका भी अस्तित्व है, जीवंत अस्तित्व है उसका। बाद में पीटर ड्रकर ने भी इस बात को बड़ा स्पष्ट शब्दों में अपनी किताब में लिखा है, दैट मैनेजमेंट इज अबाउट ह्यूमन बीइंग्स। मैनेजमेंट केवल ह्यूमन बीइंग्स के बारे में ही बात होती है, होनी चाहिए। ये तो बहुत समय बाद की बात है, लेकिन हमारे शास्त्र कितने पहले ही बोल चुके हैं इस बात को, राजस्य मूलम इंद्रिय जयः। क्योंकि आप रिसोर्सेस से, पैसों से आप ताकतवर नहीं बन सकते। यदि आपके पास अच्छे लोगों, अब अच्छे लोग मतलब जिन्होंने अपनी इंद्रिय पर जय पा ली, ऐसे लोगों की टीम जब आपके पास होती है, और ऐसे लोग जब किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का निर्माण करते हैं, so that organization truly becomes efficient. That is truly purposeful organization. That is truly a performing organization. And at the very last, truly a profitable organization. और वो ऐसा ही ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जहां पर हम भी और जहां पर आप भी काम करना पसंद कर रहे हैं। बिकॉज तभी वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो है अपने यहां काम करने वालों को एम्प्लॉयज नहीं समझता है, वो उनको एक तरह से ऑर्गेनाइजेशन नहीं समझता है। जब एम्प्लॉय के मन में ये फील आए कि मैं ही वो संस्था हूं, दैट मीन्स द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हैज रियली फेड द एम्प्लॉयज वेरी वेल। तो सुख प्राप्ति के लिए धर्म, धर्म की प्राप्ति अर्थ के माध्यम से, राज्य का जो अर्थ है उस पर अधिकार राज्य का है। राजस्य मूलम अर्थः। अब देखिए, यहां पर हम देख रहे हैं कि राज्य की स्थापना, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की स्थापना रिसोर्सेज से हो रही है, और जो राज्य बन रहा है वो लोगों से बन रहा है। कैसे लोगों से? जिन्होंने अपने सेंसेस को कंट्रोल में रखा हुआ है। तो वो कैसे कंट्रोल में रखते हैं अपने सेंसेस को? इंद्रिय जयस्य मूलम विनय। अपने सेंसेस को कंट्रोल, उस पर, उसको ऊपर कंट्रोल पाने के लिए यू हैव टू हैव ह्यूमिलिटी, विनयशीलता होनी चाहिए। Now, in a simple sense, in common parlance also, the loss of ego is actually giving birth to humility. और इसीलिए कहा जाता है विद्या ददाति विनयम, विनया ददाति पात्रताम, पात्रवाद धर्माप्नोति, धनाद धर्मः तत् सुखम। ये जो विजम है, जो ज्ञान है, इसी से ही विनयशीलता आती है। Now, ज्ञान has not to be associated with the information. it is more inclined towards wisdom. तो विनयशीलता जब आती है तभी हम इंद्रियों पर जय पाते हैं, जिसके कारण राज्य की स्थापना होती है। इंद्रिय जयस्य मूलम विनय। इंद्रियों पर जय पाना है, विनयशीलता रखिए, अपने अंदर लाइए विनयशीलता। विनयस्य मूलम वृद्धोपसेवा। अब ये विनय कहां से आएगा, ये ह्यूमिलिटी कहां से आएगी, ये लैक ऑफ ईगो कहां से आएगा? सो पेइंग सर्विस टू द एक्सपीरियंस्ड पीपल, to the wise men, is going to breed vinayashilta, is going to breed humility. तो ये ह्यूमिलिटी आती है जब हम एक्सपीरियंस्ड वाइज लोगों के, हम उनके सानिध्य में रहते हैं, उनके एसोसिएशन में रहते हैं। When you stay with people who are truly wise, sagacious, उनके साथ जब आप समय बिताते हैं तो जीवन में आपको बहुत अच्छी अच्छी चीजें, बहुत अच्छे अच्छे अनुभव मिलते हैं। ठीक है, आज टुडे इट इज द एज ऑफ इंटरनेट, so I have access to information, you have also access to information, but it is possible that I don't have access to the meaning and you may have access to the meaning. ये सूत्र मैंने जो लिखा, हो सकता हो आपको भी प्राप्त हो जाए, और है ही, उसमें कौन सी बात है। पर वो अर्थ, वो समझ सबके पास एक जैसी नहीं हो सकती। इसीलिए शास्त्रों में जो ये कहा गया है कि वृद्धोपसेवा, आप, अब वृद्ध का अर्थ डज नॉट मीन्स द एल्डरली पीपल who are about to die. That does not mean elderly simply. It refers to the seniors who are experienced, जिनके पास तजुर्बा है, उनके सानिध्य में रहिए। विनयशीलता वहीं से हासिल होती है। It is not, it is possible rather, it is possible that a person is not elderly and has those experiences. It is possible. And it also refers to people who are elderly and having experience. So it does not refers to the graying of hairs. बाल सफेद हो जाने से इसका आशय नहीं है। वृद्ध वो है जिसके पास अनुभव है, जिसके पास हम कुछ पा सकें, जिसके अनुभव से हम कुछ अपना मार्ग प्रशस्त करते हैं, वही वृद्ध है। और कहा भी जाता है, मतलब एनी असेंबली that is not having the knowledgeable people in it cannot actually be called as an assembly. अगर कुछ लोग असेंबल किए हैं, लेकिन वहां पर ऐसा व्यक्ति जो ज्ञानवान है, अनुभवी है, जो मार्ग प्रशस्त कर सकता, जो अपने आचरण में, कंडक्ट में, अपने वाणी में, स्पीच में राइटफुल है, ट्रुथफुल है, यदि ऐसे लोगों का सानिध्य ना प्राप्त हो, ऐसे लोगों की प्रॉक्सिमिटी में, इफ यू आर नॉट फाइंडिंग आवरसेल्व्स, दैट मीन्स we are losing track. We are losing track. तो सुख प्राप्ति के लिए हम चले थे, ऐसा सुख जो धर्म पर आश्रित हो, और धर्म की उत्पत्ति अर्थ के माध्यम से। अर्थ की उत्पत्ति जो है वो राज्य की, देखिए, और राज्य की उत्पत्ति जो है लोगों से, ऐसे लोग जिन्होंने अपने सेंसेस पर कंट्रोल किया है, और ऐसे लोगों की उत्पत्ति विनयशीलता से है, और विनयशीलता की उत्पत्ति है जब हम एल्डरली जो नॉलेजेबल लोग हैं उनकी सर्विस में अपने आप को डिवोट करते हैं, वी स्टे विद देम। विनयस्य मूलम वृद्धो सेवा, वृद्ध सेवाया विज्ञानम। Now, Vigyan does not mean science at this place. It means the repository of the experience, the repository of the wisdom. In those days, there were no hard drives, there were no clouds. The wisdom resided in the sagacious, the minds of the sagacious, the thoughts of the sagacious. इसीलिए जो है ऐसे लोगों की सेवा से ही विज्ञान यानी कि जो ट्रेजर है, एक्सपीरियंशियल विजडम का जो ट्रेजर है जिससे समाज का कल्याण हो सकता है, ऐसे लोगों से ही वो विज्ञान की उत्पत्ति होती है। और विज्ञाने आत्मनाम संपादयेत, और इस ट्रेजर से, एक्सपीरियंशियल विजडम से हम चीजों को एग्जीक्यूट कर पाते हैं। हम चीजों को एग्जीक्यूट कर पाते हैं क्योंकि हम जब एग्जीक्यूशंस में इन्वॉल्व होते हैं, अपनी ड्यूटीज और रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज फुलफिल करते हैं इन द लाइट ऑफ द रिच एक्सपीरियंशियल विजडम दैट वी रिसीव फ्रॉम आवर एल्डर्स, only then we are able to achieve the stated objectives, and the attainment of these stated objectives leads to the attainment of the sukh. सुख की प्राप्ति ही तो मूल था। तो वो सुख ऑब्जेक्टिव्स के पर्पस के अटेनमेंट से ही प्राप्त हो सकते हैं, और पर्पस पूरा करने के लिए, ध्येय पूरा करने के लिए हमको कार्य में संलग्न होना पड़ता है। वी हैव टू एंगेज इन एक्शंस, वी हैव टू डिस्चार्ज आवर ड्यूटीज एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज। जब हम अपने ड्यूटीज एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज को डिस्चार्ज करते हैं तभी हमारे एक्शंस आते हैं और तभी वो चीजें हमारी हासिल होती हैं। विज्ञाने आत्मनाम संपादयेत। Now see, so it's actually a cycle. It is, if you see the entire, we have to understand this as teachers, as individuals, as the citizens of this country. We need to understand this. This is where things are truly lacking. कि सुख की प्राप्ति धर्म से, धर्म means the set of righteous actions, और उसकी प्राप्ति रिसोर्सेस से। रिसोर्सेस के ही कारण राज्य यानी कि वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जिसका कंट्रोल है रिसोर्सेस पर, और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बनता है ऐसे लोगों से who have control over their minds and senses. उनका कंट्रोल अपने माइंड और सेंसेस पर पैदा होता है ह्यूमिलिटी यानी विनयशीलता से, और ये जो विनयशीलता आती है ये वृद्धों सेवा यानी कि सर्विस टू द एक्सपीरियंशियल पीपल विथ एक्सपीरियंस एंड विजडम। जितना हम उनकी सर्विस करते हैं उससे ही ये चीजें हासिल होती हैं, और तब जाके जो है विज्ञान की उत्पत्ति होती है, एक्सपीरियंशियल विजडम की उत्पत्ति हो रही है, और उसके बाद फिर हम जो है एग्जीक्यूशन से यानी डिस्चार्ज ऑफ आवर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज की बात करते हैं। और जब हमारी डिस्चार्ज ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज होती है, यानी कि हम धर्म का पालन, यानी कि सेट ऑफ राइचुअस एक्शंस में एंगेज करते हैं, और जिसके कारण हमको सुख की प्राप्ति होती है। इट्स अ साइक्लिकल डायनेमिक्स। And I do not know to what able I am able to communicate, but still I am trying my level best to communicate. We are actually focusing on the purpose for which the organizations exist. यहीं पर वेस्टर्न कंसेप्शंस साइलेंट है, उनको समझ में नहीं आता है शायद। तभी आप देखिए कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस, कॉर्पोरेट सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी जैसी बातें आती हैं। अगर हमारा आचरण, हमारा बिहेवियर, हमारे एक्शंस धर्म पर आश्रित हैं, प्लीज रिमेंबर धर्म डज नॉट मीन्स रिलीजन। जो 10 लक्षण मैंने बताए थे, अगर पेशेंस है, फॉरगिवनेस है, डिसिप्लिन माइंड है, ट्रूथफुलनेस है, कंट्रोल ओवर सेंसेस है, नॉन स्टीलिंग टेंडेंसीज हैं हमारे अंदर, यही तो धर्म के लक्षण है। ऐसे लक्षणों का हम जब अपने व्यवहार में पालन करते हैं, आचरण में पालन करते हैं, तो ऑब्वियसली वी डू नॉट रिक्वायर सच कंसेप्ट्स। ये तो हमारे पास वैसे ही मतलब एक प्रकार का पहले से ही ये हमारे अंदर बैठा ला गया है। हमारे हमारे जो शास्त्र हैं उनमें ये चीजें पहले से ही। यहां मेरा मकसद किसी को नीचा या किसी को ऊंचा दिखाना नहीं, लेकिन हाँ ये बात जरूर है कि हमको इस बात की अनुभूति होनी चाहिए कि क्या हीरा है और क्या पत्थर है। इसकी अनुभूति होना आवश्यक है। कोई ऊंचा है, कोई नीचा है, ये भाव नहीं होना चाहिए मन में। The West has definitely contributed, but that does not mean that the knowledge systems, the wisdoms, the ancient wisdoms, what we have is of no use. Actually, we don't know. At least I don't know much. Now let us see, we talk about understanding the individual. Because as people who are managing the organization, so in the first part, I actually devoted myself to the purpose for which the organization requires to exist. Now, organization is composed of people, as I told you. मंत्र मूलः सर्वारंभः। लोग जो होते हैं, हम हुए, आप हुए, जिनसे कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बनता है, समझ लीजिए वो लोग कैसे होने चाहिए। इस बात को समझने के लिए ये समझ लीजिए कि मंत्र मूलः सर्वारंभः मतलब कि अब यहां जो मंत्र, the word mantra is actually, it is not the, it is actually referring to the thoughts. So whatever actions we commit are dictated by our thoughts. मंत्र मूलः सर्वारंभः। मंत्र ही मूल, हमारे थॉट्स ही हमारे एक्शंस के डिक्टेटर्स होते हैं। सरल भाषा में, एज यू थिंक सो यू डू, जैसा आप सोचते हैं वैसा करते हैं। इसलिए विचारने की, सोचने की जो क्रिया है, दैट हैज टू बी अंडरस्टूड वेरी केयरफुली। क्योंकि अगर विचार में त्रुटि हुई है, विचार में कहीं ना कहीं अगर हम गलत मार्ग पर प्रशस्त हो गए हैं, तो हमारे एक्शंस भी गलत हो जाएंगे। अब देखिए, जो लोग, जिनकी वजह से कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बनता है, उनके बारे में भी तो जान लीजिए। स्वभावो दुरतिक्रमः, स्वभावो दुरतिक्रमः मतलब कि हमारा हो चाहे आपका हो, जो स्वभाव है ना, वो जल्दी बदलता नहीं। द नेचर डज नॉट चेंजेस that easily. Just because we get attuned and we get trained to act in the usual ways. And why do we do so? Because our actions are dependent on our thoughts. Our thoughts do not change, therefore our actions do not change. And when our actions do not change and repeatedly go on the same track, that actually becomes the reason why our character, why our nature does not or cannot be changed so easily. इतना आसान नहीं होता है किसी की प्रकृति को, किसी के स्वभाव को बदल देना। ये जानना चाहिए, क्योंकि इन ऐसे ही लोगों से कोई संस्था बनती है। Now, as a person, as a manager of as a leader of the organization, you have to think of so many things. आपके साथ लोग जुड़े हुए हैं, so you have to actually think about the 4 factors. कर्मणामारंभोपायः पुरुष द्रव्य संपत्ति देश काल विभागो विनिपाति प्रतिकारः कार्य सिद्धिष्येति। किसी भी कार्य की सिद्धि जो है वो 4 चीजों पर आश्रित होती है। What means and what method we are adopting, this is one. The resources, especially the skilled manpower we are going to have, that is the second one. The decision regarding the time and place, the third one. And the fourth one is, how would we be handling the deficiencies and the disturbances if at all they occur? हम क्या मेथड चूज कर रहे हैं? एक चीज, हमारे पास जो संसाधन है, खासतौर पर जो हमारे ह्यूमन रिसोर्स है, वो अच्छा परफॉर्म करें। उसके बाद कब और कहां हम परफॉर्म करें, और चौथा है कि हम डिस्टर्बेंसेस होंगे तो उनको कैसे हैंडल करें। ये सारी चीजों को जब हम विचार करके तब कोई काम करते हैं ना, that would ensure the success for any discharge of the duties. Whenever we are discharging the duties, we have to have an eye over all these things. Shrutubantam upadha shuddham mantranam kurvit. Shrutubantam upadha shuddham mantranam kurvit. हम जिन लोगों को अपने साथ रखते हैं, उनकी इंटीग्रिटी, उनका एक्सपोजर बड़ा अच्छा होना चाहिए, और ऐसे ही लोगों को अपनी टीम में रखना चाहिए। ये नहीं कि किसी को भी रख लिया। देखिए, वेस्ट एक समय पर स्पॉइल्स सिस्टम पे चलता था कि तुम हमारे पार्टी के हो, तुम मेरे साथ आ जाओ भाई। पर हमारे स्क्रिप्चर्स इन सब चीजों से बड़े दूर रहते हैं। वो कहते हैं भैया कि जिसका आचरण शुद्ध हो, जिसका मन शुद्ध हो, ऐसे लोगों को टीम में रखिए। लोग देखिए आप, सुलभः पुरुषः राजन सततम प्रियवादिनः अप्रियस्य च पथ्यस्य श्रोता वक्ता सुदुर्लभः। प्रिय बोलने वाले तो इतने मिल जाएंगे, अच्छे बोलने वाले तो इतने मिल जाएंगे, अप्रिय बोलने वाले तो उनसे ऑब्वियस है कम ही मिलेंगे, और अप्रिय लोगों की वाणी को सुन लेने वाले तो उससे भी कम मिलते हैं। तो ये देखिए, ये बताता है, इंडिविजुअल्स के बारे में बताता है। ऐसे लोग बहुत मिल जाएंगे जो बड़ा अच्छा अच्छा बोलते हैं। अप्रिय बोलने वाले, हार्श बोलने वाले कम मिलते हैं। जो सच है, ट्रुथफुली बोलते हैं वो, बट इट इज नॉट गिविंग अ हैप्पी फीलिंग, ऐसे कम लोग होते हैं, और ऐसे लोगों को सुनने वाले तो और भी कम होते हैं। अब एक लीडर को उसके अंदर क्या क्या चीजें होनी चाहिए? मंत्र चक्षुषा पर छिद्राणि अवलोकयन्ति, मंत्र चक्षुषा पर छिद्राणि अवलोकयन्ति। एक अच्छा लीडर देखिए, देखकर हमारे अवगुणों को पहचान लेता है, एक बार में देख के पहचान लेता है, एक बार, 4 बार। अच्छा लीडर वही होता है कि जो दूसरे को नजर से ही पहचान ले। और जब ऐसे लीडर्स जब एक्शन में आते हैं, जब काम करते हैं, कार्य संकटेषु अर्थ व्यवसायिनी बुद्धि। देखिए हमारे शास्त्र कितना बढ़िया बताते हैं कि अगर कोई संकट आता है इन द डिस्चार्ज ऑफ द ड्यूटीज, इफ देयर इज एनी हर्डल, ऑब्स्टिकल, सो व्यवसायिनी बुद्धि। अब व्यवसायिनी बुद्धि का मतलब यह है कि मतलब हम अपने इंटेलेक्ट का इस्तेमाल करें, हम हार ना माने, अपने इंटेलेक्ट का इस्तेमाल करें। ऐसे समय पर हमको इंटेलेक्ट का के माध्यम से सोचना चाहिए कि इंटेलेक्ट हमको क्या गाइड करता है ऐसी सिचुएशंस में, व्हाट वुड बी द राइट कोर्स फॉर अस टू टेक अ डिसीजन। कदापि मर्यादा मनातिक्रमेत, कदापि मर्यादा मनातिक्रमेत, अंडर एनी circumstances never cross the limits, never cross the limits। व्यवहार में लिमिट्स कभी क्रॉस नहीं करनी चाहिए, अंडर एनी सर्कमस्टेंसेस। मैनेजर हो, इंडिविजुअल हो, उससे कोई मतलब नहीं। जब हम अपने दायरे में रहते हैं तो अच्छा परफॉर्म करता है, अपने गोल्स को अचीव कर लेते हैं। Now coming to the last portions, when you have to develop the curriculum for whatever subject and discipline you are from, it's a simple what I wish to share with you is understand your target group. Simply do not, I would say, charge the target group with whatever things you have. अभी तक मैंने आपके साथ जो कुछ भी बातचीत की उसके माध्यम से मैंने आपको ये बताने का प्रयास किया है कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और इंडिविजुअल, ये दो एंटिटीज के बारे में हमारे स्क्रिप्चर्स में बहुत कुछ कहा गया है। मैंने तो एक बहुत छोटा सा मैंने बताया। आप रामचरितमानस देख लीजिए, उसमें कितना बढ़िया बोला गया है। मात पिता गुरु प्रभु के बानी, बिनु विचार कर ये शुभ जानी। माता पिता गुरु और प्रभु, प्रभु मीन्स एम्प्लॉयर सपोज, उनकी वाणी को बिना शुभ मान लीजिए और बिना विचार किए कर डालिए। अभी कितने बढ़िया स्क्रिप्चर्स हमारी चीजें, कितने प्रैक्टिकल विजडम देते हैं। तो इनका इस्तेमाल हम करिकुलम को डेवलप, करिकुलम मीन्स यू आर ड्राइंग द कोर्स एज वी कॉल, एज इन द कोलोकियल सेंस। कोर्स का अर्थ होता है रास्ता, एक अर्थ रास्ता भी होता, वो रास्ता इतना स्पष्ट होना चाहिए कि उसका जो पथिक है, उसको चलने वाला जो राही है, उसको वो रास्ता बड़ा क्लियर नजर आए, उसमें कोई एम्बिग्युइटी नहीं होनी चाहिए। इसीलिए टारगेट ग्रुप को मैप करिए, कौन हमारा टारगेट ग्रुप है, हम किसके लिए ये कोर्स डेवलप कर रहे हैं, उसकी नीड की प्रोफाइलिंग करिए। नीड का अर्थ आपको मालूम ही है, नीड मीन्स अ डिप्राइवेशन, अभाव क्या है उस स्टूडेंट का या टीचर का, जो कुछ भी, जो भी आपके टारगेट ग्रुप है जिसके लिए आप ये कोर्स डेवलप कर रहे हैं, उसके अभाव को पहचानिए। तब अपने लिए लक्ष्य स्थापित करिए कि मैं ये जो कोर्स डेवलप करूंगा या करूंगी, उसका उद्देश्य क्या होगा। उद्देश्य परिभाषित करने के बाद देन यू कम डाउन टू द कंटेंट एंड द वेटेजेस यू वुड बी असाइनिंग टू ईच ऑफ द कंटेंट्स। हर कंटेंट को कितना वेटेज देना है हमको, उसके बाद सीक्वेंसिंग का भी मुद्दा रखिए। यू ऑर्गेनाइज द कंटेंट्स दैट यू हैव प्लान, कि सीक्वेंस क्या होना चाहिए। ऑब्वियसली सीक्वेंस ज्यादातर केसेस में वो जो सिंपल है उससे कॉम्प्लेक्स की तरफ जाना चाहिए। कॉम्प्लेक्स से सिंपल की तरफ जाने का कोई अर्थ नहीं। उसके बाद मेथड की चिंता करनी चाहिए, हाउ थिंग्स वुड बी डिलीवर्ड टू द टारगेट ग्रुप। उसके बाद रिसोर्स की चिंता करनी, रिसोर्स मीन्स हियर द फैकल्टी हु वुड बी डिलीवरिंग। नाउ that does not mean any person can deliver. That faculty, that person who is going to deliver to the target group also has to be trained. Now, training means actually the training of the mindsets. जो फैकल्टी डिलीवर करेगी उस प्रोग्राम को, उसका माइंडसेट ट्रेन होना चाहिए, उसके पास उपयुक्त मटेरियल्स, अप्रोप्रिएट मटेरियल्स होने चाहिए, रिसोर्सेज होने चाहिए, ताकि वो अपने को फीड कर पाए अच्छे से। जब अपने को फीड कर पाएगा तभी तो वो डिलीवर कर पाएगा। इतना सब कुछ करने के बाद गोइंग फॉर अ पायलट इंप्लीमेंटेशन, थोड़ा सा आप इंप्लीमेंट करके देखिए उस चीज को, उस कोर्स को लागू करके देखिए, क्या रिस्पॉन्स आ रहा है, उसको रिव्यू करिए। अगर कोई एरर्स है उनको हटाइए। इट इज नेचुरल टू हैव एरर्स, नथिंग न्यू इन इट। देन implement it on a full scale. But implementation does not means you don't have the periodic assessments. समय समय पर हो सकता हो कि अब हम आपको ये अनुभूति हो कि हमको जो है इसमें और कुछ एलिमेंट्स डालने चाहिए टू एनरिच द करिकुलम। एकदम से एक ही ढर्रे पे चले जाना इज नॉट दैट गुड, कि अब तो चल रहा है तो लेट अस मूव अहेड विद दैट। दैट इज नॉट द राइट वे, आई सपोज। और क्योंकि आपने एक करिकुलम डेवलप किया, उसको इंप्लीमेंट कर दिया, now you also get time and it is expected out of us that we keep on reading. हम लोग पढ़ते रहें, विचारते रहें। पढ़ने का मतलब कि हमने पढ़ लिया has no meaning. You have even to think about it. क्योंकि थॉट प्रोसेस में एसिमुलेशन के लिए थिंकिंग जरूरी होता है, हमारे जहन में चीजें बैठे। फॉर दैट इट रिक्वायर्स यू नीड टू रीड एंड टू पॉन्डर। इतना सब कुछ करने के बाद मुझे लगता है कि गॉड विलिंग यू वुड all be coming up with good curriculums. And a big thanks to each one of you and to the designer of this program, Dr. Madhuri ji. I'm truly thankful and hope I was able to communicate. And surely
जी सर। So it was a very enlightening lecture, and we will take questions if anybody is having questions. The questions are not there, sir. I think your lecture was very very flawless. सर, आपने हमारा निमंत्रण स्वीकार किया, उसके लिए बहुत आभारी है हम। और आपका व्याख्यान का वर्णन करने के लिए मेरे पास तो शब्द नहीं है, लेकिन हम बस इतना कह सकते हैं कि हम मंत्रमुग्ध हो गए थे। और आपका अनुभव जो हमें दिख रहा था और ज्ञान, सचमुच ही, और रियली इट इज वेरी वेरी इंस्पायरिंग, बहुत ही ज्यादा प्रेरणादायक है। सर, धन्यवाद आप यहाँ पे आए। हम फॉर्मली आपको वोट ऑफ
धन्यवाद
थैंक्स
मैडम,
करेंगे।
कोटिश
जस्ट
धन्यवाद सबको, सारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स को। आई एम ट्रूली ऑनर्ड, आई एम ट्रूली ऑनर्ड। बहुत अच्छा लगा आप सबके साथ। आई एम वेरी फीलिंग सैड कि मैं अपना वीडियो ऑन नहीं कर पाया। आई डोंट नो,
कोई बात नहीं।
कुछ भी हो सकता है कारण, लेकिन मैं क्षमा प्रार्थी हूँ उसके लिए। और मैं अपनी बातों को, आशा है आप सब तक मैं पहुंचा पाया हूँगा। आई एम ट्रूली थैंकफुल टू ईच वन ऑफ यू। देखिए मेरे पास लिखा हुआ आया है, योर नेटवर्क बैंडविड्थ इज लो, शायद मेरे ख्याल से ये भी कारण हो सकता है, पॉसिबल. लेट अस नॉट.
जी कोई बात नहीं सर, कोई बात नहीं.
थैंक यू सो मच
वी
मैडम.
ऑलवेज सी यू
एंड
ऑन. यस सर, जस्ट हम एक थोड़ा सा फॉर्मेलिटी है हमारे
श्योर श्योर श्योर
जो
श्योर श्योर
पार्टिसिपेंट्स
श्योर
है आपको वोट ऑफ थैंक्स करेंगे.
श्योर
प्लीज
मैडम,
मैडम
प्लीज,
कंटिन्यू.
आई विल बी ऑनर्ड.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Professor Avinash Bajpai, sir, for this wonderful session. Rather, I would like to say this is a divine lecture because I never heard this aspect of management. You give us all the new vision to see the term dharma. Uh, I think this lecture is about not giving only knowledge. Your lecture is useful for us building our and our student character. Thank you so much, sir. And I extend my thanks to UGC, MMTC team, Dr. Abdul sir, Dr. Madhuri ma'am, and Gaurav sir. Thank you all participants. Thank you so much.
Thank you, participants. Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, madam.
MMT.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm honored. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.